can feel the pistol forming in my chest. I'm about to say some things that I regret. I talk myself in circles all night long and sleep through the morning. Is it my fault? Is it my fault? Is it my fault? I can't keep these thoughts at rest. Is it my fault if I can't calm myself down? They won't let me take a breath. Is it my fault? Is it my fault?
Alright, how we doing, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday here for D&D The Ascension here on Forgebreaker. I appreciate all of you being here. We're going to be down a person for, I believe, all night, so we're just going to kind of play it by ear, see how it goes, but it should be alright. We're going to finish up a somewhat short session before we get into the final boss fight here within our Dead and Day playthrough. Beyond that, let's see, what do we got coming up? We have Tyranny on Tuesday, Giants on Wednesday, Thursday Fate Returns. I think he's going to be playing something new, and also my calendar is not updated. Let's go ahead and fix that for you guys. That should be this. Hey, there we go. Fate's game night returns on Thursday. As a reminder, we are to that point now where both of the Civil War campaigns are now condensed onto one night. So both of them will be on Wednesdays. So not this week, but the week following for that. Entropy is coming up this coming Sunday. And then the next Ascension game for this campaign is the 23rd. I think that pretty much covers everything. Let's see if the others are ready here. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ready to try and not die.
I thought we weren't dying this session. We're dying next session.
Oh, right. You're right.
This session is so we can set up to die.
Yes,
Yes.
we're gonna die next session.
It's the precursor to death. Yes, that's what this is. Alrighty, so just in case it wasn't mentioned already, Max will not be joining us. If he does, it'll be very late, as he has unexpected stuff come up. So we'll just be playing with 3 people tonight, and we'll see what happens. And it'll probably end up being a little bit of a shorter session just to set you up for the final battle. So that being said, let's go ahead and recap last session. So you started the session with a great revelation. Your suspicion of Pincheska, shared by most of you, was well-founded, as she revealed herself as a succubus after being discovered by Markinor's divine senses. She immediately dropped her facade as a damsel in distress and revealed that she didn't want to fight and simply wanted to leave the Doom Vault. You guys didn't think that she needed one of your keys, however. Seeing that she wasn't going to obtain any help escaping from you, Pincheska vanished into the ethereal plane. She didn't stay gone for long, however, as she tried to charm Kaylin into giving her the key that she had found. But with Kaylin having Fey ancestry, was unable to do so, and Pincheska ended up retreating once again. You ventured forward as you investigated the secret door that seemed to be emanating heat. You found a very large and upset fire elemental on the other side of it. Berwyn decided to wild shape into a fire elemental himself and converse with this creature. He understood that the elemental wanted to go home, but was trapped in this room that it was in. With some help with Kaylin and Dispel Magic, you were able to suppress the wards of the room to allow the elemental to escape it. After you all started moving through the room and out of it, you saw that the elemental was accompanying you, seemingly to pay you back for saving it. You ventured further into the abyssal prisons, only to find a huge room full of trapped fiends and their undead wardens. A fight broke out, of course. The fight was extremely one-sided, though, with Fire Elemental Berwyn, along with your Fire Elemental companion, just devastating the undead in the room. The fiends all seemed to be trapped in these arcane-inscribed circles up until the point that Pincheska reappeared and began scraping the arcane sigils away, thus releasing the creatures. Though some much stronger creatures had now joined the fray, you were able to slay them all, Pincheska included, as she tried to set the rest of the fiends free. As the fight subsided, you continued on, only to find yourself back outside the chambers of Taru Var, the Lich. You found that his body was gone, however, along with the undead that had accompanied him. As you ventured to the south, there was a white undead soldier present, but after seeing the group and then 2 huge fire elementals cross the hall in front of it, it decided it wanted nothing to do with y'all and backed away. You continued back through the prisons, revisiting the black gates that you knew the locations of and disabling them as you found them. There was one chamber, however, you hadn't visited, within the prisons off to the north of the teleportation maze chamber. As you ventured towards it, you all sensed great energy coming from this room. You opened the door only to see a torrent of chaotic elemental energy spanning the room from floor to ceiling through a huge rift in the ground. Your fire elemental friend turned towards the group and indicated it wanted to go home once again. As you released it from its servitude, it ventured into the room, and as fire leapt across the room, it hurled itself into the flames and vanished along with them. You did find another black gate in this room as well, and Kaylin went to disable it. The violent energy, elemental energy nature of this room caught her a few times with random bits of damage that she mostly ignored. She was able to disable the gate and head back off towards where you had fought a small kraken, as you knew that there should be more gates along that way. As you continued on, you ventured past the room with the kraken still dead in its pool, and ventured on into uncharted territory. You found yourself in a huge chamber with a large pool in it. Chains were nailed into the stone, and then they led into the pool itself that you were able to see as the chains began to move as you began to walk into the room. As you moved around the room, seeing a doorway that seemed much less menacing than the pool with giant chains in it, you heard screams coming from beyond the doorway. You rushed to investigate the screams, opening the door to find numerous people submerged in pools, dead looks in their eyes. In the center of the room, you saw the source of the screams. A giant, snake-like creature was finishing swallowing what appeared to be another human into its enormous mouth. It immediately saw you entering and ordered the people to kill you. The fight was brief, but not without its dangers, as these mind-controlled people all began to attack you, along with the giant snake creature. During the fight as well, some of you found that the chains were found what the chains were attached to in the prior room, as a huge turtle poked its head out of the water and sprayed steam at you, demanding to be set free as it did so. Aelion attempted to parley with the creature and seemed to get through to it, allowing you all to fight without it attacking you from behind. You were able to slay the serpentine creature, moving past the people as best you could without attacking them. As the Naga died, it muttered that it would return, and you would all regret what you had done to it. You looked around the room as the battle subsided, and the mind-controlling effects seemed to completely vanish from the people you had found in the chamber. You see they are now all frightened and scared, dropping their weapons as they look at you, just utter confusion. And that is where we're going to start the session for today. What do y'all want to do?
Get the camera situated here.
Zoop.
Yeah.
Where's the horse?
Wait, why don't I see...
There I am.
Oh, right, fire elemental. Never mind. I'm like,
What?
wait, why don't I see Berwyn? And I was like, never mind.
Oh,
Because he's Berwyn and he's never actually Berwyn.
Yes, exactly.
druid things.
Just druid thing.
And all of the people around me have stopped attacking by now.
Yeah, as the fight subsided, as this creature fell to the ground, unmoving, just telling you all would regret what you had done. You saw the kind of misty, dead look in their eyes vanish, and they all looked around, just utterly confused. Most of them holding clubs and mundane weaponry, and they started to drop their weapons, holding their hands up. They look around, not seeming to really recognize each other. As they're all kind of surrounding Markinor, they kind of look towards you and look back into the room, see the giant snake. You see most of them begin backing away in terror away from this giant dead beast. You see a few of them reaching up and touching their heads and squinting their eyes, almost just very, very confused.
Wonder what would happen if I start doing two-person dance.
The ones to the southwest here immediately start moving up and pressing up against Berwyn with their backs as they move away from this giant fire elemental moving towards them. Looks back and sees this man of the cloth, in heavy armor and such. One man turns over and kind of grabs him and says, protect us from the beast, and kind of shoves Markinor towards the fire elemental.
I'm gonna, as they shove me forward, I'm gonna look forward and kind of give Berwyn a wink and say, "Be gone, fiend."
I just
raise my
shrink
hand.
down like super ridiculously tiny.
Okay, you can go down to like a spark. You can fit through places that are 1 inch wide.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay. So as Berwin sees the gist going on from Markinor here, obviously not wanting to frighten the people more than he has to, shrinks his form down to just this pinprick of light, still hanging in the air, still somewhat noticeable by everyone, but obviously not nearly as menacing as before. As it happens, and Markinor, holding up a very gallant pose, the people around all start walking towards him, and a few of them begin to start clapping in approval of what Markinor just accomplished. Thank you, my friend. What? Where are we?
That is a fantastic question. Kaylin?
Someplace you don't ever want to be, and what's outside that door is much worse than that fire elemental you just saw.
As Kaylin says this, you hear a rumbling coming from the outside, and you see some steam kind of pressing against the door. No words or anything, just a little bit of acknowledgement.
I'm gonna look over at Kaylin and kind of back over at Aelion and kind of point back out through the door and say, are we going to take care of this next? Just kind of directing the attention to the turtle outside.
We could do that, or we could check the door to the south first.
I kind of like that idea. So I'm gonna tell the people to remain here, are gonna kind of stay behind with them and wait for everybody else to kind of make their way down there and check the doorway.
Havoc, are there any gaps on this door?
It seems pretty sealed tight. No, noticeable gaps. Not anything big enough for you to slip through.
Okay.
Markinor, as you address the people, they all seem kind of willing and nodding. They see the somewhat boiled and charred remains of a few others behind, or a couple of the other people behind them, and they step away from the doorway, seeming this, the steam kind of flit through it. One of them actually walks over and shuts the door, not wanting to deal with what's on the other side of it, whatever that might be. You see them moving around, and
Probably for the best.
one of them stands next to you, a man. He kind of holds his head. He says, as you look at him now, you see a lot of these people are human, but there are a couple elves mixed in there, this man being one of them. He kind of rubs his head. He says, that creature, and he kind of motions a hand over towards that, the Naga, the spirit Naga, and says, charmed us. I can't remember everything. It did something to our memories, but I clearly know when I've been charmed. Thank you for saving us. And kind of nods to you, Markinor.
Kind of look at him and hearing that, I'd say, can you think of any reason why they would charm you and these people to be here?
With that, you see him kind of squinting, and he looks over towards the Naga again, and you see not much is left. You see a bloody splat on the floor in front of it, as well as one boot that obviously belonged to its latest meal that the Naga consumed right as you were entering into the room. And he kind of points to it, and he says, I think we were just food, unfortunately.
Did you see any of the individuals that brought you here?
That he kind of squints and thinks, and says, I can't remember much, but I remember a few details here and there. It seemed like it was very preoccupied with the door, and he kind of points to the one to the south where Berwin and Kaylin are making their way down towards. He wanted it to be protected and always had a wary eye towards it for some reason. He thinks again, says, I don't recall any others really traveling through here aside from the kind of motions around those of us that were being used as food.
I'm assuming he's pointing based on where our party is at. He's pointing at that door. Or is he just pointing like in that general direction?
He was pointing down at this door, the one that Kalen and
Okay, yeah.
Berwin are at.
Okay. Kind of look back, see where the others are kind of standing at, and say, did you ever hear word of what is beyond that door?
Daddy shakes his head. He says, I'm afraid not. Once again, we were all under the influence of that creature. We can't remember everything, but all I know is that he seemed to speak about taking precautions with it, with that door itself. What exactly those were, though, are beyond me.
Okay. Kind of nod and look back to the others. I'm just gonna kind of watch and see what they see, or if they motion for us to kind of move ahead or anything like that.
Yeah, while he was doing that, I'd like to investigate the door for traps and just see if I can hear anything on the other side.
I will help with that.
Okay, give me an investigation check with advantage, Kalen.
Take.
Okay. As you investigate this door, you don't find any traps. It seems to be another stone door built into the wall here, much like you've seen before, but you don't see
Yes,
any
definitely
traps
do not
or any
die.
kind of arcane sigils, and you actually don't even hear anything coming from the other side.
Oh, of course we don't hear anything.
Uh,
Why
one
would
thing
we
that-
hear anything?
The one thing you do all hear, though, is there's a commoner down here standing next to the water, and you see she's kind of leaning over, looking down at this pool, and you see her kind of testing a foot into it, and seeing it's kind of cool to touch, and she squints a little harder, and she looks back over towards Markinor and Aelion. She says, "Hey, there's a tunnel down there.
There's a what? I'm sorry.
There's a tunnel down there."
I'm
Got
gonna.
a bad feeling where that tunnel goes.
I'm gonna kind of whistle back to the others, and I'm gonna actually look back to Aelion and say, let them know this commoner here believes that there's a tunnel somewhere where they're standing.
Okay. Aelion runs over and lets y'all know, "Hey, there's a tunnel down there."
Trying-
In the water.
Yeah, this commoner's pointing down into the middle of this pool
Okay.
here.
Just trying not to, create extra noise if it's not needed.
Right. Yeah, and I will say Aelion runs over there and then runs back. Yeah, Aelion's down there now. Hey, there's a tunnel.
So do we want to check this door or check the tunnel? Guess I'd walk, Kalen, knowing that those doors, it's eerily quiet.
Yeah, door's definitely super quiet.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come back up to check the tunnel
Okay.
So-
Everybody give me perception checks as you're walking around this room.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, we need a long rest.
As you're looking around this room, you notice a few things. A couple of you, Markinor and Berwin, move over, and you do clearly see that this pool here seems to be well made. As you look inside of it, you see there's actually a ring around the outside of it. Going in a few feet, that the water seems to stop about 3 feet in, almost like a ledge to climb in and out of the pool. But as you look down further towards the middle of the pool, you do see it sinks down much deeper, probably about 10 feet or so. But as the commoner kind of directs your eyes, you look over and you see down on this side of it what appears to be a hole in the wall of this pool, the well rather, leading down about 8 feet of the 10 feet depth. Down you do see a hole, pretty large, big enough for someone much larger than yourselves to fit inside. Who did I mention? Oh, Kaylin. As you're looking around, you see the tunnel and such, but then you look back over towards this now dead Naga. And as you do so, you actually do see some jewelry is on its person. You see a circlet up around its head set with sapphires. And you see that in its the hood, that's what it's called. The hood coming back almost like where ears would be normally on a humanoid creature. You see earrings also set with sapphires.
Look down to Kaylin and just kind of look into the pool here and say, stepping away. Does Berwin see anything where he's standing? Like,
Yeah,
because you
we'll
said
say-
it was here, right? Was what he would, where we're seeing it.
Yeah, and as you kind of motion for Berwin to see if he sees anything, Berwin, you move around and you look at this pool and you see its makeup is very similar. You see this ring kind of on the outside of the circle, only being about 3 feet deep, and then it drops much further in the middle. But as you're looking in this pool, you see another very similar tunnel, or hole leading into a tunnel to the north side of this one. It almost seems like they're at the same level, probably connecting the two pools and having a path down beneath them.
Oh wait, I'm a spark. Never mind.
Yeah. Beady beady. Itty bitty.
Even smaller.
It's as far as you're going.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not super comfortable with the idea of trying to go underwater, so I say we just try for the door to the south. It's super quiet.
Okay.
I'm
Any thoughts from anybody else?
Nope.
Kaylin?
He had to step away.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Where did Kaylin even go?
Change laundry over.
Yeah.
Oh no, the carrot.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, there it is, right there. I'm fucking blind. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Once again, as you move down to this doorway, you do see that it is unlocked. No traps seem to be present. Don't hear anything coming from the other side of it.
So yeah, if it's clear,
I feel like Aelion would pipe up though at this point, and say, "That's aggressively loud." There we go. What about our other creature that we saw, the one I talked to, that huge turtle that tried to boil us in steam?
look back at Aelion and say, well, it would appear that we either find him and that individual and escape, or he's going to turn on us. I suggest we quickly find that escape, or else we'll be dealing with them as well.
Wasn't it just we have to free him or something?
He demanded to be set free, is all you know.
Did we get the impression he was trying to leave? Like leave?
He wanted out of there based on what Aelion sensed there. He wanted to be set free from there so he could escape.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a definite theme of prisoners in the
Right.
Doom Vault. You could kind of safely assume that he may be another one. Albeit a very big and scary one.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a fiend or a demon. So
No, definitely not.
but he is a turtle.
A very big turtle. Well then, I mean, if the bigger concern is figuring out what to do with the turtle. I don't know. I feel like if we go and release this turtle, he's probably going to try to attack, or again, or he's going to want somewhere to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you do know that he is obviously currently trapped with chains in the other room, and
We also know he's sentient. Communicate, obviously, and he's not a fiend, so we could probably work a deal with if we let him go, he won't murder us. Kind of like we did with the fire elemental.
We can try, I guess. I don't know. Something about it feels off to me. Especially the way it, I mean, a giant dragon turtle that attempted to boil Aelion and Kaelin like a lobster. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can at least go and see about it. I don't think it would hurt to do that.
Okay. Kind of look over at Kaelin and say, "You're awful quiet on this turtle business."
Yeah, that's because I missed like half of it. Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay.
Your neighbor's knocking on your door.
it's fun. Yeah, basically, y'all found 2 tunnels that seem to be connecting these pools down under the water. Seems like there's probably a pathway in between them that I don't know. You can't see into the pathway. You'd have to swim down to be able to see in there.
Ooh, I want to swim down.
If you want to, you can. Still nothing coming from the southern door, and you were revisiting the thought of the very large dragon, or a very large turtle, rather, that was in the previous room that Alien had kind of said that y'all would try to help free it.
Yeah, very large turtle was an asshole, but might not be an asshole if we try and help it. But I could also go check out those tunnels if you want me to.
I think I have a potion of water breathing.
I can water breathe.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I won't give you the potion.
That.
I can even cast it on somebody else if I need to. Yeah, it was my last Eldritch invocation. Warlock.
Nice. Okay, yeah, if you want to jump in the water, go for it.
So screw it. I'll dive in the water. With my 30 swim speed and able to breathe water.
So you're easily able to move down and not feeling the need for air. You swim down to the bottom, towards the bottom of this well, and see this tunnel. As you look, you see just a little faint traces of light coming from the other end of the tunnel to your south. As that light shines into the tunnel, you see gleaming coming from the middle of said tunnel.
Ooh, gleaming, you say?
Like, there's not much light, but I can still see. So I see gleaming, but I don't know what it is.
It's looks like there's some lumps, almost like a pile is made of items sitting in the middle of this tunnel, and some of it is kind of flickering with the light shining off of it.
Okay, well, let's swim closer if I can.
Okay. So yeah, you move through, heading down, here-ish, but you're underwater, obviously.
Yeah.
As you start to look around, you see a mini kind of hoard of treasure seems to be present before you. You see, kind of scattered about amongst everything, a good amount of platinum pieces sitting here. You see 5 somewhat... Actually, what do these look like? I didn't know you had to be a geologist to play D&D, but you do.
You see a bunch of Electrum?
You see,
and you just leave that behind.
you see some gemstones, or jewels rather, made of this kind of multicolored crystal that you know is tourmaline.
Yeah.
You know that's worth a good amount of money. You see a set of armor, plate armor to be exact, sitting here. It seems to shine a bit brighter than everything else. You see a sealed ivory case. Seems to be kind of large, almost like it would hold several pieces of parchment within it.
Sure, that did well underwater, but it's sealed, so we're fine. Okay, well, I'm sure it'll take a couple trips, but I'll start taking stuff back to the surface.
Okay. So as Kaylin starts coming up, you see her bringing handfuls of these coins. All in all, she's able to scrape up 200 platinum pieces, 5 of these tourmaline jewels, this plate armor that seems very, very well made, and this sealed ivory case.
Tourmaline is very pretty, by the way. I had to Google it.
So if that was, get all that back up.
Yeah, you've gone through, got everything out of there, set it up, and
And while I'm down there, I don't see any other like tunnels leading. It's just that one that passes between the two pools.
no, it seemed like a kind of hidden tunnel that seemed to be used probably by this creature that you slayed to house its treasure down under the water.
Got it. Nothing
Treasure
down there
shop.
except for fun stuff, guys. No way out. But new toys.
Yeah.
I imagine you probably set all the items down here at the southern well as you bring them all out, and
Yeah.
you all see this pile of loot in front of you.
Yeah.
Fire noises.
Wait, hold on. Gotta do it quieter because I'm smaller.
Tiny fire noises. Yeah.
Tiny fire noises.
Okay. Do you want to investigate loot? You want to go on? What do you want to do?
I suppose I do want to at least detect magic to see if the plate armor is magical.
As you do so, you see the plate armor lights up, as well as the sealed ivory case lights up with a bunch of different kinds of magic.
Yeah. Okay, so we got magic armor, and I'm guessing a bunch of spell scrolls, or similar in this case.
Maybe.
Do we not identify? Or do we want to try and keep moving?
I mean,
How long does identify take?
11 minutes
Oh.
per item.
um,
I mean, I don't think we need to identify the armor.
Because no one's going to use it.
probably
Right now,
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not deal with the spell scrolls either than right now.
Because Forge would be the only one that, or Markinor would be the only one that does.
And
Yeah.
even then, it's gonna be hard to give
Have to
up
be some-
everything that I have. Yeah.
yeah,
It'd
have
have to
some
be
damn good
something
armor.
pretty nice.
Hmm.
Back,
I mean, it's
back behind the DM screen, Havoc's like, yeah, this thing's got like a 23 armor class. I'll never be able to hit you again.
I'm just sitting here like, yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead and ignore the
Mhm.
magic items I gave you. That's fine.
Mhm. I mean, the adamantine coating on my armor is like, yeah,
No, it's amazing. I know.
it's pretty hard to give up. Plus, no stealth disadvantage. Though we don't really stealth often, so it's really not that big of a
No.
deal.
No, you don't.
What's stealthing?
What is stealth? What is
Don't know.
stealth?
What's the self?
The Fating isn't about sneak tactics.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Nah.
Not very often.
We
And
take
when we
after
are, we
the,
fail miserably.
We take after the origin of our name.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Going
Well,
guns
I
blazing.
suppose-
Lots of fire.
Sealed ivory case, does it look locked or? Oh,
No, it just seems to have wax around it to protect it, obviously, from the water.
all right, then I would like to at least cut that open.
I'll go ahead and start stuffing the armor into the bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah, as you look inside this case, as Markinor shoves all the other goods inside there, you see this kind of large case actually holds what appears to be 7 scrolls within it.
Got all kinds of stuff.
And then as you kind of look over each one, you see that these are all clearly spell scrolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for now, I'm just 7 spell scrolls.
Okay.
I can read them all, but it doesn't mean I know what the magic is.
Yeah. You gotta
Establish
identify.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's time to move on then.
Mm-hmm.
So, do we want to deal with the turtle, or do we want to deal with the mystery room?
Turtle!
Okay, everyone wants to deal with the turtle.
If we do, what do I want to do? Because might get tricky. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Because the only thing worse than a dragon turtle is a pissed off dragon turtle.
Is a dragon?
I don't know. I'd rather see a young dragon than a dragon turtle.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I'd rather see either, but we'll have to go deal with one of them. All right, so dragon turtle it is.
Yeah, sounding like it.
So as you all make your way, the commoners obviously let you pass, seeing the still floating dot of fire, kind of looking at it very peculiarly, but not saying too much about it.
Okay, so I guess we'll tell the other. I guess we'll tell the commoners that we're being held captive here. Just, I guess I'll kind of look to him and say, "Don't worry about following us out here. Whatever lies on the other side of the store is not going to be good for us, let alone for you. I can assure you."
With that, you see the same elf kind of nod. He says, Is there a way out of here? If you don't mind me asking, we would very much like not to stay here any longer."
Funny you should mention it. There was. It's not working anymore. And kind of look to the others and say, unless we can find another one that might lie ahead, you may be forced to only wait here.
That you see him kind of very sheepishly looking down towards the spirit Naga, and he kind of moves down with the rest of the group and nods. He says, "Very well, if that's our fate for the time being, I guess we'll wait here."
Didn't think of that. I suppose we could look to see if there's a gate to the south. Although,
Yeah, that was kind of what I was thinking too. I wondered what lied ahead, and if we search ahead and maybe 2 or 3 rooms ahead we find another gate, instead of closing that, if this dragon turtle is looking for a way out, then we could maybe bribe him into not eating us and we could show him where it is.
yeah, that's kind of my thinking.
That was
too.
kind of where I was at. Like, I have no idea. Welcome party. Thank you
Yeah,
so
so why don't we
very
do
much for
that?
the host.
Go south instead of
on the
dealing
raid.
with this turtle.
Appreciate it. Welcome
Well,
Bardic.
we can shove a spirit naga
Long
corpse out
time
and
no
use
see,
that.
friend.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
South it is.
South? Yeah.
South?
Let's head south first.
Oh,
Yeah. See if
We're
we
gonna
can
go see if there's a
find a
gate
way
that
to
way.
get them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you all move south, we're gonna do this. Make my life easier. Aelion says he agrees with your plan and such, but he wants to make sure that you, the party, and the dragon turtle stay on good terms. So he says since he's able to communicate with it in Draconic, he's gonna remain behind and speak with it and see if he can get some information, but also let it know that you're all looking for a way to get it out of here.
Sounds fair.
that works for me.
Since he's the only one who can talk to it anyway.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, so Aelion heads back through the door, shutting it back behind him as he does so. Now that I think about it, probably a good idea to spare the commoners. And you see him disappear and not turn into a ball of flame as he does so. So that's a good sign, right?
Yay!
Yes. That's good.
Okay. All right. So as you all make your way down, getting ready to open this door, we're gonna take a quick 1 minute break so I can go make a plate of food real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay, I will be right back. Also,
I'm not going to send us to break. I'm going to just go ahead and keep us here. Again, thank you, Welcome Party, for the raid. Very much appreciate it. We are most of the way through a modified version of Dead They. We wanted to push through a big part of this, what's called a super dungeon. It's just, they usually would have multiple teams running this, trying to solve the mysteries, and then as they're doing so, they work together to try to complete the dungeon. We have instead modified it into something a little more manageable, make it so that we could do this in I think we're up to 6 or so sessions, maybe finished by 7, instead of it being finished by 20 sessions of just one dungeon. After this, we are looking at the Against the Giants module, which is next, which should be pretty fun. I'm kind of looking forward to something new after being in this one dungeon for what feels like an eternity. But yeah, we're right now trying to appease the dragon turtle, which you guys can see kind of resides out here next to Aelion, who wants us to free him. He's been held captive, wants us to kind of get him out of his chains and release him. The biggest fear of the party, though, is if we release him and he has nowhere to go, will he blame us for not being able to leave and then turn on us? And yeah, I would much rather search ahead. If 3 rooms away there's a gate that we can take to get out of here, we can go back to the turtle and say, oh yeah, by the way, if you go through that gate, it'll take you to the gatehouse. You can get out of here. I don't care. Just don't eat us, basically.
Did you really
would be
hear
what
that?
we would tell it.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. Fucking loud ass cat. That's through 2 doors.
It's a loud ass cat then.
Mm-hmm. Meowing all the way in here from the kitchen. Berwin said he had step way too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll speed eat. Fuck off, cat.
Food. I want food.
Did you walk by the cat with food? Is that why it's meowing?
I did make a plate of food in front of it.
Yeah. That'll do it. Just
Fucker has
have it
food.
need
Food
more
as well.
people
Shut up.
for the next
Doesn't matter.
setup. You mean for Against the Giants? No,
Yep.
so we've been running all of the modules of the Yawning Portal back to back with this 4-man group, and then once we finish that, I believe we're looking into other things that we're going to do as well. But no, at this time I don't think he is. But obviously we can always ask. So But yeah, at this time, I don't think we are. Besides, if you're going to join us, you would have to make an elf or a half-elf of some sorts, because we have a theme with our party here called the Fae Team, because all of them are elves. So you're kind of roped into doing that no matter what. All right. Yes, so whenever you are ready. I didn't send us to break. I've just been chatting with everybody, so yeah, whenever you're ready.
I wish. Just wait and see if Fourth is back.
Okay.
Because you need your filer mental.
P. Terry wanted to know, does Havoc need more people for the next setup? I'm assuming he means for against the Giants. And I said that we've been running through this as a 4-man party, but I would at least bring it up to you.
I always encourage people to want to play and everything. I would rather keep it with the 4-man just because it's been this way since I started DMing. So I like this group. This group is fun.
Since the beginning. Since the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of the dark times.
He said, that's fine. I was wanting to play my stuck-up Blade Singer again.
What? Someone else wants to join? We
Freaking
need more
elves.
elves. Buddy.
No, we don't.
I told, and that's why I said, Terry, you can join, but you have to be an elf, so.
Freaking elves. Is that Berwin just saw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Alright. One more bite, and then we'll go.
Okay, so we're adding a new elf to our party. So you know.
Yeah, the 5th one.
Okay. Because otherwise it breaks the immersion.
Because
Because then we can't be Fae Team.
That's what I said. It has to be, and now that's my problem with the Wednesday game is I have to find a way to rope somebody in to be a 6th player if Snow's not going to be there, because it breaks the team name, and we're losing the one person that can turn into a bear. Well, Selja can, but
Selja can.
But
Yeah.
yeah, just chooses not to.
Yeah, it turns into nothing really. I think she's wild shaped like twice.
To be fair, I'm not really sure there's many animals in the animal kingdom that would fare well against a giant.
The bears are kind of like, nah, fam, that's not fun.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go this way. It's fine.
Also, I think I've cast magic a whopping like 3 times.
You have a packed weapon, so why would you need magic?
Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Derailing
All
over.
right.
Not quite done with my food, but I'm here in a second. Okay. Oh, that pork chop is really good. So you're moving down to the store to the south, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Once again, checking it again. No traps. Seems to be open. Don't hear anything on the other side. Want to proceed through?
Yeah, like always, just open the door and let it fly. We don't stealth.
And I'm going through first.
I got a fire elemental. You think I'm worried about stealth?
Yeah.
I kinda glow.
All right. So the chamber is almost immediately cut off as you see down into it by what is obviously a white gate.
A white gate.
Okay. Well, let's see. You step into any one of the 15,000 glyph keys that we have work for this one?
Yeah, the one. Well, not one that you have.
Oh, I just assumed I stole them all.
No.
No, I still have some.
Okay.
I think I have the one for
Forge
this
and
one.
I have the key. I know Forge has the key for this area. I don't remember if I have the key for this area or
I
not.
thought we had like 3 keys to one of the areas, and I can't remember which one it was.
That's
It
the
was
other area.
Ah,
The
the abyssal prisons.
that's
Yeah.
right.
You are now in the predator pools.
no, not the
Uh,
abyssal prisons. It's the third area. One where they extract the extraction
Yeah, that's what it was.
pool, whatever they're called. That area.
I'm just assuming if Alien had any, we have them right now.
Yeah, no, Alien doesn't have any keys, so.
So, because I had really, really bad time when we entered the last room, and I fell through the pit and hurt myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my extendable 10-foot pole
Okay.
as we travel through hallways from now on, because I don't trust any hallways ever.
Yeah. Just,
Right.
remind me.
So yeah, I'm gonna just start walking through and
All right. As you get to here.
oh.
Poof.
Oh,
The floor falls away
Perfect.
from your 10th
perfect.
right next to Kaylin.
It did its job. All
I was
right.
so sad. I thought you were gonna walk into it again. Damn it.
No, not this time. So I'm gonna walk up and use my glyph key to open the doorway here, the passageway.
All right. So you're able to open the way for everyone as the white shimmering mist of this white gate vanishes. You see it reveals another place beyond. You see there's a somewhat large chamber. A circular pool in this chamber has foul slime filled with bits of bone along its edge. And as you venture down and start looking around, you see to the west lies a black gate.
Oh.
Erwin goes first, right?
As I hover over the.
Sure.
Yeah, you stupid.
Tap, 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 plunk. Another trap falls. into
I
it.
have a feeling there are going to be a lot of these up ahead. This does not make me feel very safe, guys.
Excellent.
Just wherever you're
Eric's
going.
like,
It's gonna be real rough when you're in fighting and battle and stuff, and you can't have your 10-foot pole out, man. It's gonna be rough.
No, you're just gonna have to learn how to fight with it.
Havoc's like, yeah, go ahead, keep triggering these traps.
When the paladin cleric multi-classes into monk, so he can use a 10-foot pole as a weapon.
Hey, if he aims it well, it's extendable. You can just go.
It is. That would be awesome, actually. Okay, I mean,
So slimy, nasty, miss.
nothing about this seems okay to me. So
This seems great.
it's fine.
It's
Tap,
fine.
tap, tap.
It's fine. Tap
Fine.
tap.
Mhm.
Just keep clearing.
So far, every pool we've been to has had something in it.
Why should this be any different?
I'm not getting any
did-
closer to the pool.
Did Aelion ever start coming back this way?
No, Alien's gonna take his time to reassure the turtle,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I don't have to. control
He's
him.
gonna become friends with the turtle.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he'll take care of the people up there too. Okay. I don't like this.
Oh, fine.
Someone
The
else
last time
check.
I went anywhere near green stuff, we fell over. Really happy with that. So, I guess can I carefully walk up to the edge of the pool?
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
and as you're looking at this, you see
Ew.
this this foul slime. While it is,
No.
definitely slick, it doesn't seem like it's going to be
Oh.
Too difficult for you to walk normally on. As you move forward, you feel your footing's a little bit unsteady, but you'd be able to walk through this normally. Now, if you were fighting on it or something, it might be a little bit more tricky, since you'd have to be moving a lot and dancing side to side and such. But as you start looking down at the slime as well as the pool, you see the slime is just filled with bits of bone. Your feet actually kind of crunch as you step
Ew.
forward, looking over to this pool. And as you do
Yuck.
so, you see a menacing face, and then two looking
No.
towards you. And they begin
No.
rushing towards the top of the water towards you.
No.
I need everybody to roll for initiative, please.
Oh, well.
No. Final Fantasy? Did we
Also, I'm gonna leave the Discord voice chat and someone drag me right back in.
Yeah.
Getting robo noises.
Why does this make me feel like Final Fantasy music?
Yes, sir?
Hello?
Yes. It's not robo DM.
That's good. Sometimes I feel like a robot, though. Alrighty, so as these two creatures that you can tell have very similar shapes and forms as trolls begin to surface up, you see these trolls actually seem to have gills along their sides of their necks, and their skin is very oily and such as they start to spring out of the water towards you.
That's gross.
Berwyn, the fire elemental. You're able to go first.
Yeah. I'm just gonna touch the one right next to me.
Okay.
Just touch them.
16?
Hits.
15 fire damage.
Okay.
And if these things catch fire, it's on fire.
So that's 15.
And 8.
8. Rip. Yeah, that misses.
Figured it
Anything
did.
else?
Nope.
All right. So with a very large, fiery hand, Berwyn reaches around and hits this thing, kind of burning through its chest as he does so, doing a good chunk of damage to it. You see the wounds beginning to kind of fester and start to move to close themselves, but then the fire kind of flares up again as it does so. Can't remember the stuff for.
It's fine. They drown because they're in water, and we don't have to deal with them, and it's okay. Everything's fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
This is.
You can be the dog and I can be the fire.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, it took some damage. It wasn't excited about it, but it is still going to look towards Berwyn and reach out and try to bite it and then hit it twice with claws.
Okay.
Gonna try
At
to.
least it's smart.
That hits.
It's gonna bite fire.
You sure it wants to continue with those other two?
Yep, nope, it's going to keep going.
So it's really stupid, is what you're saying.
Yes, it is.
It's
Okay,
super
so the first two hit,
Okay, so that's 23 damage.
and it takes 16 damage because it hit me.
Okay.
dumb. This is
All right.
fine.
23.
So yeah,
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
It takes another 8 because it's still on fire.
Yes. At the top of its
do
turn.
that at the beginning of its turns?
Mhm.
Yeah, if it doesn't put out, if it doesn't use its action to put out the fire, it continues to burn.
Mhm.
I'm going to say it's not going to burn because it's
Okay.
covered in water.
Because
Water.
it's carrying water.
It's
That's-
still taking
that's fair.
fire damage, so
Yeah,
its regeneration's not going to kick in, but it's
Okay,
covered in
just
water.
ignore that last 8 then.
Okay.
It's only a matter of time till it catches fire.
Oh yeah, eventually it's all that's gonna get burned off probably. But until then, yeah, it's gonna be swiping at you, sinking in with its teeth into your fiery form. It kind of lets out a howl of pain as it furiously just swipes at you with a claw, lets out another howl of pain as its arm is singed. You see it kind of dousing itself in the water, trying to get rid of the burn, but it is still standing. This guy is going to not do that. It's instead going to move around over here and attack Kaylin.
1 second. I just need to check the rule on this. I'm going to use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the second attack.
On the second attack?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so the bite's going to come out first. 16.
Miss.
And second attack will have disadvantage 15.
Miss.
And 21.
That hits.
All right, so it'll
Grilled
get you with the
troll.
last attack as Markinor swipes away, able to kind of, not even swipe at it, more so just kind of use his shield to move you away a little bit from the second attack. But unfortunately, the third claw is able to dig into your flesh for 14 slashing damage. And that's its turn. Your turn.
All right, since
I
I'm
agree.
not a frontline player, I am actually going to use my action disengage.
Dishing.
Oh shit, strategy.
Yeah, and back up just to here.
Not into
Okay.
the pit. Not into the pit.
And that is all.
All right, so Kaylin, not liking the hurdy feels that came out of the troll, quickly dives away, almost slipping on this slime that was kind of on the edge of this pool, but not falling or anything, and gets away from the fight. Markinor, however, I think is not going to stay away from the fight.
No, I'm probably not. You're absolutely right.
That's the other reason I move.
For my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on this one here.
Ooh, that's a new thing.
Yeah. And then I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to smack it with the hammer.
And then
Or
I
try to.
smack it with the hammer.
Yeah, 13.
13 is going to miss.
Yeah. Okay. That's really all I can do then.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, Markinor,
Hit him with
runs
the hammer.
forward,
No.
really just trying to impose himself
No.
in between this troll or this water aquatic troll and Kaylin is able to swing his hammer around, just not quite able to make contact with it as it kind of howls in his face.
Mhm.
That being said, it's Erwin's turn.
Ho ho ho! I'm gonna keep poking the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Poke.
Touch.
12?
12 is not going to hit.
Okay. 15. 18 damage, though.
Okay.
I will
Beefy.
gladly take that.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So another meaty fire fist comes around and hits this thing right across the jaw. Its face kind of singeing and burning. You see the water kind of evaporating away from where you hit it. However, it's definitely still standing. It is going
No.
to take one attack at you. It's going to try to bite you for a win. 22.
Then it's going to try to
Yep.
hit me.
And then it's going to scream in pain as it takes more damage.
Or
And then it's going to dive into the water, disengaging as it does so.
Yay! Attack of opportunity.
No, it's going to
Fine.
use its second
Oh.
attack to disengage.
Oh, okay.
So
Damn it.
I treat multi-attack kind of as two
Yeah.
actions, essentially, on turns for NPCs.
Right.
Makes them a little bit more formidable. But this guy, however, is definitely going to keep his assault on Markinor up. So a bite, 18 going to miss.
Nope.
Claw, all of his attacks
No.
just unable to pierce through the thick armor of Markinor. Kaylin.
As
Alright.
planned. Mwahaha.
Seeing that those wounds that Berlin inflicted were trying to close himself up on the one that dived back in the water, I'm going to hit the one that's fighting Markinor with Chill Touch.
Okay.
25.
Hits.
8 necrotic damage.
And it can't heal.
Can't heal.
All right.
But I don't think they're undead, so that doesn't matter.
Not undead, that is for sure.
But still.
Anything else?
That is it.
All right. So this kind of icy tendril of magic lashes out at this this scrag, hitting it across the chest. You see a wound open up, and it kind of glances down at it as the necrotic energy just forces it to stay open. You see its body kind of writhing, trying to heal itself, but unable to do so as it becomes Markinor's turn.
Okay. One sec. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and smack this guy again, or try to, anyways.
Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah. So, 18, 24. No, Hunter's Mark would Hunter's Mark apply twice?
Yeah,
It would get
it's
rerolled.
a die roll.
It wouldn't be a max
Yeah.
roll, but it
So
would be a
both of
reroll.
them rolled, yeah. So
Yeah.
10 on that, 18 plus 6 would be 14.
24.
So 24, yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Smite?
use... no smite. No smite.
No smite?
No.
A paladin that crits and doesn't smite.
Oh, maybe...
I mean, it's kind of the rule, isn't it? Like, if a paladin crits, they have to smite, right? Isn't that the rule?
Unless you're out of spell slots.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can ignore the
Hunter's
first
Mark.
6
Yeah,
because
the
that's
Hunter's
an
Mark
extra
will work.
Hunter's Mark. But
That's another 14 damage.
yeah.
So.
And then I'll use one of my War
Don't you need to
Priest-
roll that again?
What's that?
The smite? Because isn't that dice doubled?
Oh yeah, that should be doubled, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
so if it's 3d8, then it's actually 68. So roll me down 3d8.
So yeah. We do
Although
that.
the damage was a little low for a crit.
Yeah.
It took me a second to...
So yeah. There we go. An additional
Another
8. Yep.
All right. Okay,
Yeah,
easy.
and then War Priest to try to smack it again. Ew. Yuck.
Fortunately, even an 11 will not hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that'll be my turn.
All right, so Markinor bringing over as he does so with his hammer. A little frustrated with just the inability to hit stuff here lately. Brings down with just this great amount of force. His hammer beginning to glow with this divine light as it hits against the side of this troll's head. You see its jaw beginning to just shatter under the weight of the impact. It takes a massive amount of damage from this attack. It's pretty beat up. It's about on par with the other one now. That is underwater at this point.
Mhm.
That being said, it is now Erwin's turn.
I'm
My
gonna move around here and kind of
hit that guy.
swirl around this other guy a little bit.
Okay.
Take this. So it's just 3 damage.
Okay.
That
And then I'm gonna touch him twice.
that doesn't hit me when you go by, right?
No, I went around you.
Oh, okay. I was like, please don't hit me.
It-
Please
it-
don't hit me.
I moved straight through Markinor.
Set him
And
on
he's-
fire.
And he's
Kidding.
dead.
And he's dead.
Got wrong one to set on fire right now.
Oh, 10 misses. And an 8 misses. Okay, that's my turn.
That's rough.
Alrighty. Well, that one, unable to really dodge
Bad
as you kind of
rolls
pass through it, scorching its body as you begin to attack it. It ducks and weaves, obviously moving away from you towards the water again, seeing this huge ball of fire in front of it. And your attacks miss, unfortunately. This one is going to jump back out of the water, moving up to the edge and reaching up and attempting to grapple Markinor.
Okay. Holy crap.
That's not good.
What is it acrobatics or strength?
Yeah, acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Yeah.
Just got to be the 24.
Just
You can do it.
with a -3. Ugh,
Oh, almost.
man.
So unfortunately, with its first attack, it is going to grab hold of you, grabbing hold of your arms with these long, kind of gangly fingers, and then it is going to attempt to yank you into the water.
Ow!
Hmm.
I don't
We'll just
think,
do
I don't think I
opposing
can.
strength checks.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do opposing strength check. It's not going to be able to easily
Yeah.
yank you into the water. So 11. Well, hey,
Just strength.
Winnable.
yeah, strength.
Strength.
Winnable.
Very much winnable.
Not with a -3.
Rip the dream. So you see as this thing scorched across its chest and such from the attacks from Berwin had retreated into the water, lunges out, the water kind of spraying around as it grabs hold of Markinor and yanks him into the water with it. Okay, that's its turn.
Yay.
This one... This sucks. This one sees Markinor getting drug underwater and sees an easy target
Yeah.
and jumps into the water. You will have an attack of opportunity, Berwin.
7.
18 will hit, so you do 7 to it. It's beat up. It kind of grunts in pain as it disappears into the water. And it is going to attack Markinor 3 times. 21,
Mm-hmm.
18,
No.
23.
Yep.
All right, so that's 17 total damage to you. As it
At least the
rends
first one was a 5.
Yeah, that was pretty low. Min damage. All right, so the second one there, you definitely can tell Markinor is being ganged up on in the water. Kaylin.
Alright, well, I'm gonna cast Chill Touch again on the same one.
Okay.
On the same one. Do it.
18.
Trying to drink. Hit.
Another 8 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, this will be fun. This will be fun.
Anything else?
Just gonna step forward.
Okay. Barely able to see it, but kind of catching this thing as it's diving into the water. Its legs kind of flailing. You're able to catch it with another dose of necrotic energy. It looks very beat up, but it is still standing.
I don't have to see
Markinor,
it.
you are underwater and grapple, but you're still able to move and attack and such.
I will be
Yeah.
right back. I gotta go grab my...
Am I able to try to
Okay.
break free on my turn
Oh, yeah.
here? Okay.
Yeah, if you want to use your action to do so, yeah. It'll be
How
athletics or acrobatics.
how badly beat up is the one on the right there?
It's pretty beat up. Like a good solid hit would probably kill it.
Get out of there.
I want to be the hero.
I kind of want to just do something. Damn it. I don't. Oh, right. I also need to give you con saves.
Oh, for Hunter.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. That one should save.
Yeah, it saves.
Yeah.
That one should save.
Yeah, you're good. 100
Hey.
marks left. Oh yeah, that one's 100 mark too. Yeah, it wouldn't take much. Just gotta hit it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Con save, please, on both of them.
On both of them? Okay.
Mhm. It's an AoE.
That is
Of
unfortunate.
course. And so they take no damage. So if they con save, they take no damage. So yeah, of course, both of them con save. Okay. Game over. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Alrighty.
Damn it.
So Markinor attempts to scream a divine word at these things, but unfortunately, their hearing being deafened underwater, they're still alive. Berwin.
How far under is this one?
Just under the surface. Both of them are not very deep. even Markinor's not very deep.
Yeah.
I'd like to come over here, reach in the water, and touch him twice.
Okay.
That's gonna be 1 minus 1 for me. Touch 17.
Hits.
So 21.
That one's dead. Ah, that was some beefy ass fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Five. So another minus 1. I'd like to touch the other one.
Okay.
12.
12 is going to
Damn
miss.
If only it was a nat 20.
If only.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay, just kind of leaning over the water, taking damage as you do so. All right.
As I reach in to poke him.
All right, so Markinor getting wailed on, unable to fight back. Berwyn sacrifices his own body to do so, reaching in the water. The water hisses with steam as this fire contacts with it, but he's able to force his form into the water, grabbing hold of this creature and just wrenching around its neck. You see it kicking and screaming in your grasp as it dies from the attack. You swipe at the other one, just unable to really grab onto it as you feel your form just shaking and burning, or not burning away, colding away.
Freezing,
away
actually.
From that, yeah, as you take cold damage. This first one is gonna, not wanting to try to drag Markinor even further, is gonna bite and claw him. Miss. All right, Markinor's armor back to save him again. Unable to connect with him as he just chews on the shield and claws against it, unable to really gain contact. Kaylin.
Okay. Sure, I was unmuted. So I'm gonna step up to the edge. And I'm gonna hit this guy with Chill Touch. 10 necrotic damage.
All right. Still unable to. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. There we go. Unable to heal now as it dives into the water. Finally able to get away from all the fire damage. Now it's hit with this necrotic damage. You see some of the wounds that had just started to heal up begin stopping in their process of doing so. It's still looking ready to fight, but it is definitely not healing anymore. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Markinor.
Yeah, I'm still in the grasp of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark to him
Okay.
and try to smack him with the Warhammer underwater.
Oh, another nat 20.
Another one.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
hits. 17, 26.
Yeah. 9,
Yeah.
18, yeah,
Okay.
26.
He's barely standing.
Okay, and another War Priest to smack him again.
Okay.
Yeah.
19
19.
hits.
Yeah.
And give me some flavor as you're fighting underwater, struggling against this creature's grasp as you take it down.
So feeling this this troll kind of pull me underwater, I'm just trying to fight back. At this point, I just want to break myself free, so I start taking the Warhammer and I try bashing against its arm, trying to kind of like break it to get it to release. And with the first hit, as it hits true, it kind of like brings a bit of a grin to Markinor's face as he brings the hammer back for the second one to try to free himself.
Yeah, and as he does so, he clearly frees himself as the troll, now dying, releases its grasp from Markinor, and you're able to resurface, taking a deep gasp of air as you do so. And you're out of combat.
Ugh. Fucking trolls.
Not bad at all. Yeah, didn't have to start worrying about suffocation.
Yeah. That was my thing. I was trying to keep in mind how long I was underwater and knowing that at some point I'm going to need air. And I was like, if I can kill them, like while he's kind of distracted trying to bring me down, I might be able to get out of here okay. Instead of trying to use an action to run, you know, or try to break free and get out of there.
Sorry, I was gonna jump in and cast water breathing on you just for.
Alrighty. So, Markinor is able to start climbing out of the water. Berwyn's still fluttering in his flame form. You do clearly see, especially with the super illumination coming from Berwyn, the Black Gate residing over to the west.
I'm gonna step away from all of this grime and just sit down for a second. I'm gonna use my medic feat to kind of heal up a little bit.
Okay.
9.
I'm gonna move out of the water, taking another.
Alright.
I'm
Well,
gonna...
they're
Go ahead.
while Markinor's sitting there, I'm gonna walk back into the other room.
Get the
Walk
other
up
people.
to the people and tell them to head to that room to the south.
Yeah.
Careful, there's pit traps on the way.
Yeah.
All right. So as you make your way back into this room, addressing the people, they all nod, and you see them initially looking around, try to gather their things, but realize they have nothing, and they just kind of form a line and start heading down to the south under your lead.
Oh, I'm not leading. I'm just telling them to go there
Or okay, whatever.
because I'm gonna
Moving
go.
down there.
Because I'm gonna go up and talk to Aelion.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go ahead and open that door.
Yeah.
So as you move through, you see these commoners heading down. We'll do order of events here.
Yeah.
The commoners come down. I imagine Markinor directs them towards the Black Gate and sends them on through.
Mhm. I do.
So they all profusely thank all of you. They still give a wide berth to this fire elemental burning on the other side of the room.
Just gonna kind of wave around.
That frightens them even more, and they quickly jump into the Black Gate.
Perfect.
After Markinor. Shit. Get over there, you fuckers. There we go. So annoying when grabbing trolls. I'm like, no, don't transport the trolls.
Yeah, transports the troll dead bodies too with them. That's what we do.
They all walk through Markinor, using the Black Gate to send them off to the gatehouse to Serana. And they willingly, wanting to get the hell out of here, vanish through it, disappearing.
All right, so
Caitlin, you walk in here. You see Aelion sitting here cross-legged on the edge of these steps, kind of dangling his legs over the edge of these steps. It's about 5 feet off the ground. You see this very large turtle with its head and most of its upper kind of torso area sitting outside the water, and they seem to be talking this foreign tongue to you.
Yeah. Well, I just step up next to Aelion and let him know that we may have found a way out for this turtle if he's willing to let us set him free and send him through without harming us.
With that, Alien kind of turns around and nods, a bit of a smile on his face. He says, yeah, he has no issue with that. He needs help. Like, he points over towards these chains. He told me that the chains are actually magically enchanted, and they'll need something somewhat powerful to break them. He was unable to do so himself, otherwise he would have escaped already. But he has no intention of hurting anyone as long as they set him free. Yeah.
Okay.
He does apologize for what he did before, but he was very angry at being confined here.
It's understandable. I understand being used as a pawn, not being able to have your own free will for a time. So I'm gonna go down and see what I can find out about these chains. Obviously, if I cast Tech Magic, they're gonna light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, as you're looking down, you see definitely infused with magic to reinforce them so that they can't be broken by sheer will or sheer strength. However, as you're looking at them, give me a perception check. As you're looking at them, however, you don't see, like I said, you're definitely able to tell that sheer might, even bringing your magical weapons to bear or even your magic to bear on these chains, is going to have little to no effect on them. However, as you're looking at them, you see that on each of these chains, that doesn't make any sense. On each of these chains, there's two separate locks on them, just small pin locks that seem like they could be picked if necessary. Basically, what's holding them to the ground.
Yeah. Well, obviously, right now that's probably what I want to try, to pick the locks then.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
you'll just need to make
fresh
four
out
of
of
them.
spell slots.
Okay.
Anything else right now? Okay, so these tools.
Doesn't even need it.
Nope. All right, yeah. First one, you go through these two locks here on this first set of chains, and as you do so, you see it doesn't take a whole lot, especially with your accuracy with these tools, and it pops right off.
That's 3.
Second one pops off. Third one does not.
Alright, well. Give it a second and try again.
DC acquired.
Yeah, and that one pops off.
And one more.
And that one pops off.
Even proficient.
It's amazing what you can do when you have time on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, as Kaelin methodically moves down these chains, you see this turtle swimming back down, moving around the water, just kind of taking an interest in what you're doing, but not moving hostilely and such. Even though you're keeping a very wary eye on it, I'm sure. But it moves forward, watching you as you move down these chains. You see the chains plopping off down into the water as it does so. And even as you're seeing that with your tech magic up, you see as they're just separated from the stakes, essentially driving them into the ground and holding them there. You see the magic of infusing the chains is dissipating as they fall into the water. And as the fourth one falls down, you see this turtle looking down at the chains, kind of tilting its head, and it reaches down. You see they're attached up towards its shell, and it reaches around with its giant maw and just rips the chains out of its shell as it does so. No magic no longer stopping it from breaking them free. You see this very large creature then swim out of the water and plump itself up on the side, looking around at you all, and then looking back towards Aelion especially. You hear words being exchanged between both of them. Aelion then turns around and says he's thankful, very much so, that you set him free. He said, and you see Aelion kind of looking a bit hesitantly towards the water as this turtle hoists itself completely out of the water. He says the water is tainted. There's some kind of ill magic infused with it to corrupt the mind. It seems that they've been using it to try to turn this creature over to their way of thinking. He hasn't quite succumbed to it, thankfully, but it was definitely making him more irritable than usual.
Understandable.
So Aelion recommends you do not go swimming.
So go swimming. Got it.
The fire elemental jumps in the water. I'm kidding.
The fire elemental also sees these two floating orbs of water down over here too.
Oh, those are orbs?
Those
Yeah.
are floating orbs of water.
Huh.
I thought they were pools.
No, they
those
were
are-
orbs.
Yep, two enormous
We just-
globes of blue liquid are suspended in the air to the east.
Yep, I'm
We just
just
left those alone.
gonna
Yeah.
back away slowly.
It's like
Okay.
more water. Screw that shit. I kind of want to know what's in them. But don't.
I mean, you can clearly see them,
Acid.
especially with Berwyn here illuminating them. You see they're empty. There's nothing inside them. They're just floating balls of water.
Boy. All right.
It's a
Sure,
nutrient.
it's water.
I mean, it's blue liquid. You're assuming it's water. Might not
I'm
be.
assuming
Yeah.
it's probably still tainted, so I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to do now?
Show the turtle the way out.
Yeah. Escort the turtle, I guess, towards the gate
Okay.
and explain to Serrano why we have so many weird things coming to the gate.
What the hell do you keep
What
sending
are
to
you-
me?
What are you doing? I
Why
sent
is
you on a
there
mission.
turtle?
I sent you on a mission and you come back with a turtle?
Hey, he's nice. To one of us.
nice.
Let you talk to him.
He likes Aelion. Speaking of which, time to see if Aelion's able to clutch or kick while he's gone.
Clutch or kick.
Wait.
Clutch or
See.
kick.
Make sure he hasn't posted anything that he's going to be showing up at the last second. No, he's offline. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So as you're all making your way back to the Black Gate, you see this turtle, very, very large, somewhat slow in its movement, but not terribly slow, but a little bit slower than y'all in its movement across land. These things will probably be super fast over water, but it is not over land. It seems to be conversing with Aelion. The turtle seeming to enjoy conversation with someone that doesn't want to corrupt its mind or kill it. And as you get closer, Aelion turns around to you and says, he has a proposition for us. He wants to reward us for saving him. He asked a little bit of information. I haven't told him anything unless you want me to, but if we tell him a little bit about what's going on, he said he'll help us.
As I walk up behind Aelion, I say, and what kind of reward does this one have in mind?
And with that, Aelion turns toward this creature and begins talking to it again in the draconic language. You see it kind of musing for a moment, kind of tilting its head to its side, and then it speaks to him again. Aelion turns back towards you. He says, well, he normally would want any treasure to all be his to take back with him, but since we did save him, he says he'll just take a percentage of it, equal amongst all of us. If he can have that, then he's happy to help us with whatever we need. He doesn't seem to be upset about carrying out a little vengeance for his captivity.
Oh. Okay, but how does he plan to help us, though?
With that, you see Aelion kind of looking up at his arms. You still see a few boils that had kind of come up when he was hit by that steam attack. He kind of looks down at it and he taps his skin, kind of wincing in pain. Probably with that, I think you'd be pretty good into a fight if we get into any more of them.
The fucking dragon turtle.
I wouldn't be averse to that. I don't have any real need for treasure anyway, so sharing is not an issue.
Oh my!
Well, shut up, Fire.
I'm gonna kind of look over to Aelion, kind of place my hand on his shoulder and say, if he intends to aid us in the future, then he should probably go to the front of the group.
Come join the giant ball of fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and with that, Aelion translates that over, and the turtle nods somewhat eagerly and begins shuffling off.
Jeez.
Its pace is a little bit slower than y'all's. Only has 20 feet movement across the ground. But if there's any water in the future, which you kind of think there might be,
There might be.
he's could be kind of useful.
The bloodthirsty turtle too.
Yeah, he's kind of pissed. You see him just walking, easily over these traps, not even looking down at them. And he moves up behind Berwin, just kind of tilting a head towards him, and then nudges his head to indicate to get the hell out of the way.
Okay.
I'll move. Got it.
He's just gonna crash through
So-
those doors, ain't he?
Probably. Do we want to? Sorry, random noises.
Overload this gate.
Well, we need to do that, but do we also maybe, since we have an extra body who probably doesn't need to rest, maybe try and get a rest in? Would he be averse to protecting us for 8 hours so we could,
Eight?
recover a bit? I mean, unless you think we can do it with 4 right now. Or 1. But I think a long rest would be good for everyone. We're all pretty, well, almost all pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm.
I know fire elemental is fun.
I mean, yeah, you can have Aelion ask him if he's okay with that plan.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I think-
Maybe if we do that, we may as well just go through the black gate and rest in the gatehouse.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but we need to get his permission to do that.
Yeah.
You're basically okay. So Aelion asks him. You see this turtle turning around. You see there was a bit of a fire in his eyes, and he kind of tilts his head to the side, and you get kind of a not necessarily angry, but maybe a little bit annoyed tone coming through as he talks to Aelion.
Yep.
And Aelion kind of shakes his head as he looks back at you. He says he wants to get it started if he's going to get something out of it, but if we're going to wait, then he's just going to leave.
Well, then, do we push forward?
I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, fine. Push forward.
Just
It didn't hurt to ask.
go. Don't go balls to the wall.
I have 1 spell slot.
So, gonna keep going.
I'm just gonna throw this out there that I feel this is a very bad idea.
Mhm.
Just
Upon soloing it, I have a very, very
I've got a
What about feeling
bad
about this?
feeling about this.
Alright.
I know what I'm capable of, and I'm well beyond that right now.
Yeah.
Especially being still feeling the ill effects of a return from death. It's all of it's catching up, and I'm kind of running out of options at this point.
Yeah, I'm actually in the mind of, like that. But,
Maybe we just go like clear 1-2 rooms max.
You do have a big ass angry turtle on your side now.
We have a big ass angry turtle and a fire elemental who will just drop forming and return to normal like nothing happened.
yeah. I mean, we can push.
I
like, we
can
push
stand
forward.
in the back with crossbow bolts. Don't expect anything much else though.
Wasn't expecting much else.
Yeah, at that point I'm
'Cause
kind of
you
tapped.
don't
so,
have to be a tank right now
Yeah,
because you kind of got 2 of those.
yeah.
One of them
Yeah.
being healthy and armored.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Yeah, so let's push forward,
That's fine.
but we should probably leave this gate open for now. just
Yeah,
so
leave the gate.
we
Leave the
don't know
gate.
what's ahead of us. So
We
if we do
definitely
need to pull
wanted
back,
to-
we can.
A way out without having to look for another one.
Yeah, like I said, just didn't hurt to ask to see if we could take some. But if he wants to, go kill things, I'm not going to stop him because I'd rather have him killing others than me.
Or
Yeah.
just leaving without killing anything.
And Aelion even tells you that this creature, this dragon turtle, has got the same bearing and demeanor of something you would expect from an actual dragon. This is
Yeah.
actually a subspecies of dragons.
Yeah.
It's willing to help as repayment, just to make everything, to balance the scales. But it
Yeah.
is a very proud creature. It's not going to do guard duty.
Yeah.
Gale.
What if we give it some jewel and
I mean, you haven't tried
opens
bribing
bag of
We
holding?
we haven't tried to bribe it yet.
it. You haven't tried bribing. I mean,
We'll save that for later. All right, so we'll go check out this door. I mean, I guess unless he wants to just push through it.
I mean, he's kind of waiting for you, but he's more than willing to just break the door down.
I'm going to let him go first right now.
Yeah.
All right, so he moves forward, and with this just huge ram of his head, slams through the doors, flattening them. Holy shit!
Yeah. I'm gonna stay out of his way.
Boom! And this guy starts moving through into the next room. As you move into this next room, immediately as you all begin to enter into this room, the stench of death is overwhelming here. The pool at the center of this chamber is a blackened sea of floating corpses. 3 enormous globes of blue liquid are suspended in the air to the east. And all throughout this water and this pool that you see before you are just floating corpses.
Oh, looks like home. Yeah.
Home?
We have very different ideas of how to decorate a chamber.
I didn't say I liked how it was decorated.
That's a messed up home. That's home.
As you see the turtle moving towards the water, it kind of sniffs the water and then shakes its head. You see a quick word muttered back towards Aelion, and Aelion repeats, it doesn't want to go in that water. It smells like death. And as
Wait a
Aelion
minute.
says that, everybody give me perception checks.
Markinor with a -3 for the win.
Yeah, still
Man.
beefy rolls though. As you're all looking at this, and this dragon turtle says that the water smells like death, you take a closer look and you see the corpses are moving, not just bobbing up and down in the water, they're moving towards you, and you're not surprised by this.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. And everybody roll for initiative.
That's not as many as I thought there would be.
That's only what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you shouldn't say when the DM can hear you.
I just assumed they were.
Huh, well, let me fix that real quick.
Yeah.
Some of the bodies floating are decoys.
Decoys.
Move that there. Move that there. Shrink
30
that.
more appear. So, right,
Hashtag activated hard mode.
we got a fire elemental versus undead. Be fine.
As long as they're not water undead. Stupid Pokemon. They're stupid Pokemon undead now. Combining. Oh,
Combining elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
one more,
Uno mas.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Ooh, barbecue.
Alrighty. So, as you clearly see, the heads and faces of these undead creatures are swimming towards you somewhat quickly, surprisingly. Berwin, you're the first to go.
I'm gonna step right over here and hold my action, waiting for the ghouls to get near me because I don't want to be anywhere near water.
Okay. Seems like a logical thing to do. Alright, waiting for anything in the melee range. Well, this one is going to move up there. This one is going to move this way.
Oh.
Right up into Caitlin's face.
Wowie.
And it is
Rendus,
going to attempt
thank
to...
you for the 5 gifted subs.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to bite you.
Awesome. Thank
The 20
you
hits.
so very much.
Alright, so you take 12
welcome
piercing
to all of
damage as
you
it
people who
sinks
are in
into your
chat
neck with
and
these,
just got a new sub
overgrown
from
mouth
Rendus.
and mandibles.
Yes, happy
This
September.
thing's nasty looking. Yeah, alright. Markador. Oh shit, I didn't roll for the turtle.
Oh, you didn't?
Oh, forgot. Okay, he's in order now.
I'm gonna reach forward and close. No, I'm just kidding. Close the doors. This isn't happening.
Where's Baby, you son of a bitch?
Wow. I see how it is.
Oh, that hurt so bad.
Gonna just slowly kind of holster the warhammer and reach down for the crossbow, and I'm gonna shoot at the one directly in front of Kaylin. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh god. Yeah, 6 is not
Well,
gonna
at least
hit, unfortunately.
that wasn't any worse. That might have hit me.
Crossbow flies wide.
Then I'm gonna close the doors. Now I'm really closing the doors. This isn't good. Not much else I can do. I don't have anything else I can really do at this point.
Alright. I've got so much shit to freaking control this round. Okay. Alright, I got this. Okay. Alright, so Markinor fires off a crossbow bolt. Unfortunately, just swings just wide. Try not to hit Kaylin with the shot as well. Makes it go wide. This guy, not smart. Not smart in the least. Gonna attempt to
Touch.
Yes.
It's touch.
he's
It's
gonna
fine.
try to bite you. Yeah.
Bite the fire.
It hits.
So that's gonna do 22 points of damage.
Ouch.
Huh.
It does. It takes 6 damage.
Take 6.
It's like, ah.
It's still standing though. But that's its turn.
That was beefy.
That was very beefy. 2d6 damage. Oof. All right. Shit. What all can Aeleon? Aeleon's gonna bring his bow out. He can take like 3 shots, right? I think that's what happens. in
Yeah,
the
first round is 3 shots.
All right. So 3 longbow
3 shots at the door that Markinor just closed.
Gonna kick the doors back open and then step beside Markinor so he has a clear line of sight. He's gonna fire at the one next to Kaylin first. 21 hits. It's not a favorite enemy, so 6 damage. Take another shot. Can't see it because its character sheet's in the way. 16 hits. Another 6, still standing. And last shot, 24 hits for 9. Oh, and it's still standing. I think he gets an extra. Actually, I think he gets a thing.
He gets a thing.
I think he gets a thing.
He gets...
I want to say on his first attack, he gets like a D6 or something.
It's a D6 or a D8. I don't remember which, honestly.
Thank you,
The
Rendus.
starting return to your walking speed. and it's
Hopefully
going to take the
we
attack
can
and make an additional, and if the attack
continue
hits,
to
it takes an
spread the
additional
love some more
1d8
to
damage.
everybody.
Roll high.
I haven't
Alright,
done
so
any.
the final arrow, it initially hits in the head, and you see the creature kind of
I
wobbling.
haven't done
as
any
it's gonna
sub
look
gifting
like
for
it's
the
gonna
month,
lean back
so I
towards
need to do
Kaylin.
that.
But
So
then
I've done
it
a lot
almost
in the
like
past.
recoils again, and the arrow sinks in, and he falls to the ground, unmoving. Because Aeleon is nothing but efficient. All right, took out one of them. That being said, these guys are moving forward. Moving towards the turtle. That's going to go well for them. 10, 15, 20. It's going to attempt to bite Mr. Turtle. It's Mr. Turtle's AC. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, that misses. Doesn't even get close. Kaylin.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
the
the one in front
turtle's
of me is
gonna-
dead.
Do something.
So I'm gonna fire a couple Eldritch Blasts with this one out here because I'm not concerned about in front of a fire elemental.
Okay. Hit.
22.
Oh. And with the second
Jeez.
shot, you're able to punch. You punch a large dent into its chest, not quite penetrating all the way through, but you see its insides kind of sopping into this black, just abysmal water. But as you fire off the second one, you're able to aim just a little bit higher, and you catch it right in the head and obliterate it.
Oh, thank God.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this guy's going to lean his head back, just kind of a toothy grin on his face, and then exhale steam breath. It's a 60-foot cone.
60?
And that's why I didn't move.
They're all
That's
getting hit.
absurd.
Yeah,
Con
and it
saves. All right.
Yay.
Fail.
hurts. No.
Fail. Fail. Wait. No, that one succeeds. Fail. Wait, no, that one succeeds too. Okay. So the back two succeed. The other ones don't. That's going to be 15d6. 57.
Is that a bit of overkill?
A couple of them.
Maybe.
All of them.
Bye, friends.
So as this dragon turtle reaches its head back, you see this just plume of, it's almost so thick it looks like smoke, but the heat, all of you can feel it just emanating away from this steam breath that this thing launches forward. You see it just covering the entirety of the top of this dark pool. You hear like moans and grunts and shrieks coming from it. And as the steam dissipates, you see the corpses that were in the water are now actually corpses. All 4 of them in one attack.
Oh,
dead.
darn.
He's dead. Hey, Berwin, it's back to you.
I'm so disappointed that the undead are dead.
Okay. That was impressive, Mr. Turtle.
Thanks, Mr. Turtle.
I'm gonna poke this guy in front of me.
Okay. Hit. Still standing. Hit. Standing. So as this last fleshy, kind of watery looking ghoul rushes towards Berwin, he immediately reaches out and just grabs hold of it around its entire body with his larger form and kind of lifts it up in the air. And as he does so, he sees the form just withering away underneath the fire, burning through it to the point where he just lets go of it and it drops in a heap of ash and just black and nasty skin.
Yeah.
Not as impressive as dragon breath,
Not quite as impressive.
but still pretty cool.
All right. And you find yourself done with battle very quickly in this room.
Yay.
Good job, Turtle.
Good
I
job,
would
Turtle.
I would high five the turtle, but
Probably wouldn't turn out too well for anyone involved.
no, no, it might anger him.
Might.
Just
With
maybe.
that, you see this turtle being just slowly moving over the corpses like they're nothing. Motions towards Berwin again to move with its head. Moves past him. You see him looking. You see there's 2 doorways, or at least paths leading out of here. You see something lying off to the southeast, and then you also see another set of double doors down here to the southwest of the chamber.
So much to do. Which direction is the turtle going? To the door?
He's stopping and just kind of looking at both of them and kind of turning around to look at you as if for direction.
Look back at Aelion and just kind of shrug and say, I don't know where to go next. So, I guess I'll just. I don't know. Because, yeah, I mean, we don't. Well, Berwin does, doesn't he? He can see more in the chamber than we can.
Yeah, just for expediency's sake, I'll say y'all go down to the bottom right. You find a white gate here down this hallway,
Oh, okay.
and you discover that none of your keys are attuned to it.
Well,
Oh,
so we're another way. Got it.
By the way, Kaylin has the best vision.
Oh, right. Kaylin does.
Freaking 120 feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
crap.
no, it's worse.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like
180.
180. Yeah.
There's like never going to be an instance where that's going to be used. It's so large.
108.
Yeah, I get mad when I go into a map and I can't see something. I should be able to see everything. The map's not that big. Okay, so we're gonna go this way.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the turtle go first because
Yeah, let the turtle go first, because
he's big.
he's
All
big
right.
turtle.
He decides he's gonna do the same shit. Brah! Oh, he bounces off the door. Poof.
Okay.
He's
Now I'm going to
pissed.
step in front of him, forward, and check the door out.
The turtle looks very disgruntled that he wasn't able to burst it down. But go ahead and give me an investigation check. As you investigate this door, you find it unlocked. No traps seem apparent that you're able to see, and you don't hear anything coming from the other
Okay.
side.
I'm going to quickly shove the doors open and back off.
Just
Open
looking at the
and
turtle
run
as
away.
you do so.
Open and run away.
As you do so, the turtle moves into this next room and then kind of stops right past the doorway.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
As the rest of you start to move into this room, you see
And
the
fire.
floor of this somewhat sweltering chamber, and its floor spread with a fine layer of shattered bone. The faint illumination from a pair of low-burning braziers
Braziers.
reveals. God, that's always such a hard word. Braziers reveals piles of animal skulls set around the edge of the water. You see the turtles kind of looking around, very confused a bit at the somewhat morbid nature of this room.
Somehow worse than the last room.
Somehow, there's piles of bones in this room. These things, those are piles of bones. They're actually kind of big. As you all move in,
But I don't want to move in. I'm scared.
But don't move in. Kayla moves in.
I'm
all right.
scared.
You glance at this water. You see the water is just absolutely filthy. It's hard to
Yeah.
see anything, but then you see the water move and fluctuate, and then you see the point of 4 harpoons moving out of the water as 4 somewhat large creatures surface. Oh shit! Maybe. Ha!
They drowned.
And yeah, they're not fans of you being here. They look very hesitantly at the turtle, but CK Lynn and they all bring their weapons to bear. I need everybody to roll for initiative again. Again.
That's not as good as last time, but still pretty good. I like this 17 dex.
Yeah.
Much better than my easily 14.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so as these 4 creatures looking almost humanoid,
Almost.
except they have large fins and
Yeah, maybe just a little
almost slithering looking faces, and they have tails instead of feet.
Tails.
They
Tails,
look like
huh?
that.
bit. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with these. Yeah,
Those are a
that's
thing.
cool. They're definitely a thing.
And they're
Ooh.
definitely a thing.
Mhm.
And they want to say hi. So
I
Aelion's like, fuck that shit, and fires off 3 crossbow bolts. Or longbow. So he's gonna rush forward. We'll say he goes like there. That makes sense, right? Starting with the one to his southeast. Aelion's character sheet. Longbows. Hit. 6. Second shot. Hit. 12. Jesus. And his final extra shot. 20 hits. Does Aelion ever miss?
No.
Not very often.
yes.
Mm-mm.
But when he
Yeah.
does, it's confusing to him too.
All right. It's a 1 on his extra damage. All right. So Aelion lets off 3 quick longbow shots.
30?
Yeah. Just
That's a lot of damage.
doing a shit ton of damage, hitting this thing, pelting it with arrows as it just barely surfaces out of the water. It kind of howls in this, gurgling tone in pain. but it is still standing. Kaylin.
Well, seeing that still standing, I'm gonna roll a D100.
no!
Because actually, fuck that. I'm not.
That was a butt.
Yeah. Oops. That's wrong. There. 19.
19. Okay, that'll hit.
For 11, and then
Still standing.
23
That'll hit.
for 6 more.
And it's dead.
Oh,
Well,
wait.
that was fast.
That's what she said.
And then I'm going to step back behind the turtle.
Okay.
Not wanting to be anywhere near that thing's mouth. It's gonna blow shit everywhere again.
All right. Poor phrasing, but alrighty. Kaylin lets off 2 fast Eldritch Blast. One seems to be going off to the side, but then it almost weirdly, magically curves itself back towards this creature, hitting it in the side of the head, and as its head's kind of tilted to the side, it gets pelted once again. You see the creature kind of floundering backwards and then just floating in the water, obviously dead. Berwin.
I'm gonna squeeze right in through here. Yeah, it's fire. I don't really care about
that's
that.
fire. Mm-hmm.
It's like fire and it heals me.
I'm gonna sit there, wait for this sucker to come up and poke him if he does.
Okay.
'Cause again,
Alrighty.
or water.
More water. All right. Well, this thing seeing you come up is, yeah, it's gonna shoot its harpoon at you, and as it does so, you see the harpoon is connected to a rope still in its holder that it fires it off. Does a 24 hit?
Ooh,
A 24 does hit.
ouch.
I need a strength check.
Strength check. 4.
It yanks your fire elemental form towards it and into the water as you take 10 piercing damage.
This close one.
Mm-hmm. So it's yanking you like right up here. Not quite into it, so you're not going to burn it, but you are going to take a point of water damage.
1.
One
Okay.
whole point. All right, so it fired that off at you.
Mm-hmm.
A bold move.
Oh, and it's going to try to bite you.
It's a bold
Oh,
move.
please do.
20,
Yeah, it hits.
7 piercing damage. And it,
And it takes 7.
All right, it's like, shit, that was a bad idea. Why did I do that?
Not doing that again.
This,
Guessing these things are intelligent enough.
This one's also going to fire its harpoon at Berwin. 22.
Wow.
22 hits.
7 piercing and another strength check.
Minus 7. Wait, where am I getting dragged this time?
Towards the one to the southeast.
Wait, guy in the straight south?
No, this one.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah, straight south, sorry. Yeah, bad wording.
11!
Get over
It's
there.
double digits!
Unfortunately, he rolled a 17 as he yanks you 5, 10, 15, 20. You will burn this guy as you pass through, though. So,
Yes.
roll that.
Ow! Ow! No! Don't do that! Stop
Completely
it!
Submerged in the water
No.
Ow!
now.
That's probably gonna knock me out of fire elemental.
I would say there's. It's like for every 5 elemental moves in water, for every gallon of water splashed on it, you're basically having the entirety of this pool splashed on you.
Yeah,
So
38 gallons of water.
yeah,
Well, to be fair, that's a lot of water.
That's a lot of
That's a
water.
lot of water.
Yeah, so yeah,
20.
we'll do this. I'll do. 21.
21.
Yeah, we'll do a
Minus
arbitrary
1.
number.
Okay.
So you are just steaming up the water right now, taking massive damage, howling in
Steaming
pain
it.
as your form is beginning to suffer as these somewhat intelligent creatures decided to yank you to where you cannot fight back. This one, however, is not going to try to bite you. Markinor.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. I'm literally looking for anything. How long has passed since we were fighting back in that room?
Not long, like maybe 5 minutes.
Cool. I'm going to move my hunter's mark to this one right here.
Okay.
And
Rushing through this shit with the turtle.
And then crossbow bolt. Ew. 11.
Just misses.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, so trying to get a better beat on this thing as it's burned and scalded with fire, kind of flailing around, trying to put itself out. It submerges itself into the water right as a crossbow bolt flies over its head. This one, it saved shit, man. It's gonna fire the harpoon at Berwin. Ooh, a 9's gonna miss though.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's not going to move towards you, so it's done.
Not today, Junior.
Oh, it doesn't want to come play.
Okay, he can't do it. So this guy is going to move towards the water, moving up to this guy. He is going to try biting him first. Yeah, that hits.
Shit!
27 points of damage. Chomp! This guy's still standing, but you see his arm is gone now in the mouth of this giant.
Oh, darn.
turtle. It then brings a claw around.
Oh, darn.
It has multi-attack too.
13 does hit though, and you see it swiping as it's screaming as its left arm that wasn't holding its harpoon is just ripped off. It's screaming, holding the nub where its arm was. The claw comes around and swipes its head completely off. And he moved what?
Oh, darn.
5, 10, and he gets swim seed now, so he just takes off in the water like a bullet. And he's gonna bring another claw around at this guy. Oh shit!
Wow.
Calculator.
Poor guy.
That's
I
it.
almost
Is
feel
he
bad for
dead?
him.
He's not dead, but ooh, that did not feel good. Because he does 31 points of damage, swiping through, digging these claws straight through the freaking chest of this creature,
That's
dealing
funny.
a massive amount of damage to it. But it is still standing.
Yeah.
Aelion wants to help out Turtle Friend, though, is going to fire off 2 quick shots with his longbow at the one he's fighting. Longbow hits. Is it still standing? Let's see. 9. Yeah, it's still standing. So another shot. Fuck. Just for the lulz. There's your damage, but it's dead. It's at 5 HP.
Yeah.
Second arrow catches it in the chest, just sinking further into the scrape wounds, and it is dead. Kaylin, there's one left.
Yay.
Okay, just for fun. DC 18 wisdom save.
Okay.
Wow.
What are you saying to this creature?
Literally, you see the turtle? He's going to eat you.
He gonna eat
You see this guy freaking the hell out as he takes 5 psychic damage and now has disadvantage on his attacks. That being said, it's Berwin, the fire elemental, inside water. What are you gonna do?
Whoop! Wait, actually, first. Hold on. I'll do that.
I'm so not used to being frontline. This is a strange new feeling for me.
There we
Okay.
go.
End of your turn is when that damage is gonna happen again, just so you know. Or if you move.
Hopping out of the water.
Okay. So you'll take 2
Just
points.
straight out of there.
Yeah, 2 damage for that. you just get the hell out.
Yeah, that guy is stupid enough to come towards me. I'm also gonna take the what is it? Evade. Although that wouldn't matter because he already has disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit there and wait in case he's stupid enough to come at me.
All right, so Berwin, not in his element quite literally, gets the hell out of the water. Steam just wiling up. You see his form still fluttering a bit, but does become slightly more whole as he gets out. But there's 4 of y'all.
There's
Berwin.
5.
Yay.
Kidding.
He's gonna move close enough.
It's
to
fine.
You to hit.
Attack
gonna
the
be
fire
double square.
elemental. I want nothing to do with this.
And fires another harpoon at you.
nothing. Just nothing.
25.
16.
Wow.
Still hit.
16. All right. 12 points of piercing, and he yanks you forward back to him.
Strength save.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, you only have to be a
He
6 this time.
failed. Ooh.
Oh,
It's a +0.
but still.
He only had to
Ugh.
beat a 6.
Only had to be a 6. All right, you're yanked forward back
That's
into
rough.
the water, and it is going to bite you.
Oh, he did. He
Poor
this guy.
Berwin.
Oh, that's right. This guy, like what? Right here.
He's pretty much pulling you right next to him, yeah. So you're going to take probably
5 bite.
5 bites, and then you're halfway in the water, so we'll just say you take 2 damage from the water.
He takes 10 damage.
Oof. Okay. That hurt. All right. Anything else? Oh, wait, that's him. Anything else, NPC? No, I'm done. Okay, cool. Markinor.
Hunter's Mark moves to him and do the same thing. Try and fail this time too.
That's
13 hits.
Hey! It did something. For 14 piercing
nice.
damage.
oh
Yeah, so a
Yeah,
big
good
chunky
damage.
hit from the crossbow bolt, catching this thing in the shoulder as it's trying to reload and yank its harpoon back into its gun, but unable to do so before it's hit by this crossbow bolt in the shoulder, taking a bunch of damage.
And I'm gonna move to keep from being stacked up.
Okay.
So yeah. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. This guy's dead.
He dead. Turtle.
Turtle's upset.
Yeah.
he go get nommed.
Turtle gonna
Turtles.
get some food.
Oh wait, can he do the thing? He can't do the thing. All right,
Can't.
so he's gonna.
Would he actually do
Fire
the
breath.
He
thing?
probably would, but
Yes.
he wants it back though. Yeah, it's fucking dead.
Yeah, he probably would.
You just see
Probably
the
would.
turtle. You see this turtle moving away from the one that just had arrows plummet into it and killed it. And you see it tilt its head, and it looks back like just a slow gaze back towards the last marrow standing. It disappears under the water. You see the marrow looking up at the fire elemental. Then you see it look down at its feet, look back up at the fire elemental, and then disappear under the water. And then you just see trails of blood coming up from
Oh
underneath the
my.
water as this turtle slowly rises back up above it again.
Just as it gets pulled down, Kalen yells out, "I told you so."
Told you.
Okay.
I'm gonna move out of the water.
Okay.
-1. I'm not gonna heal this time.
Turtle starts swimming to the south. Plops himself up.
I'm gonna just sit in the fire up here,
It's
so I
so
actually look like I'm big again.
Did the water look super nasty?
it's filthy, and even more so now with the remains of what was there.
Got
you-
it. So I'm still gonna not swim through it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin moving around the room, you see these piles of bone are actually stacked up about 5 feet. It actually would have slowed you in battle a bit,
Right.
but you're able to take your time moving across them and such. As you move yourself away around this room, you see another brazier that Berwin immediately heads down to, just kind of sitting in the fire, shrinking himself down to be the same size of it, replacing his form with the fire. You see the turtle looking down straight south, and you see another white gate seems to be blocking the path.
Yay.
Let's see if it's one of the keys I have.
It is not.
Yeah.
What about me?
For you, you recognize this is one you can open.
Ooh.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna holster the crossbow and do what I should have been doing, which is grab the 10-foot pole and start using it as I move ahead. Same thing. Gonna open the gate and allow those to pass if they want to.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Dragon turtle speed by.
Alrighty. So everybody's gonna have to move in, and then I'll explain what you're seeing.
Yay.
More fucking water.
Oh, these guys look familiar to me too.
You're in the place called the Predator Pools.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's more water. So as you all make your way down, you find another room. This one a bit smaller, but you see a somewhat odd sight. Beneath walls set with relief carvings of humanoid couples romantically entwined, the bottom of a slimy, dimly luminous pool is shrouded in shadow. Trenches from the pool flow into 1 foot diameter tubes in the wall. An enormous globe of blue liquid is suspended in the air to the west.
Huh.
As you move forward, you see these creatures. Do I have a handout for them? I do.
Yeah.
Almost humanoid in their shape, except their heads resemble that of a fish with spiny teeth in it. The one out of the water begins to kind of walk towards you, slapping its feet as it does so across the ground, and speaks. Does anybody speak Undercommon?
I do.
Speak Ignan
I do.
right now.
Okay, so
Yeah,
anybody
come on,
that
let's do
speaks, it addresses Markanor as this Tuatoa moves forward and looks at him and tilts its head to the side, says, "Where you going?"
Kind of look around at them, and I'm gonna say to the south. Seeing the doorways to the south there, knowing that that's probably the direction that we're gonna want to head.
At it tilts its head against to the side again, and you see its mouth kind of opening and closing, that of a fish you would normally expect it to. It says, "To the south where? Through the gates or through the doors?"
To the gates.
With that, it nods and points towards the pool in front of you. It says, "Well, down there, go."
Okay. And what's beyond the doors?
With that, it tilts its head to the side. "If you're Thayan, you should know. You're not Thayan, then."
Of course I am. Persuasion
Make a deception
check.
check. Deception check.
And as I say that, I would like to like place my hand on my shoulder and kind of give him like a little bit of a bow and cast guidance on myself at the same time, just in case.
It doesn't believe you.
Damn it!
And so as you say that, it looks at you and then immediately steps back, pulling out a spear from behind its back. Says, "There we have intruders."
No,
And
that
says
would
the heads.
be a bad idea, turtle.
Turtle! There's
Here we go.
fish in here! There's
Caleb speaks up.
fish!
You pull those weapons, you will die.
Intimidation.
I'm standing behind Markanor, by the way.
Yeah, I mean there is the fire elemental directly behind me.
As you say that, he glances at Kaylin and then glances at the fire elemental beginning to make its way into the room. You see this thing kind of raising its lips in a bit of a toothy, awkward-looking smile. And as it does so, you see 4 more of these creatures coming out of the water. And it scowls at you and says, "We'll take our chances."
Oh, I wasn't talking about him.
Roll for initiative.
I wasn't talking about
He
him.
doesn't know. He doesn't know what's about to happen to him.
It's gonna be so bad.
It's gonna be brutal.
It's gonna be awesome.
Also, please grapple me, fish boy.
Fishy boy. This poor guy. They have no idea. They have no idea.
They have no idea.
They have no
There's a
clue.
giant turtle, and they're just fish.
Y'all are just food.
Should make Aelion and fucking Turtle sit out of this fight.
No, not the turtle.
No, the turtle definitely has to help here.
Aelion can sit out.
All right,
The turtle
Aelion's sitting out
can't.
'cause I don't want to control anymore. Turtle will fight. Aelion's gonna sit out. Y'all don't need him.
Not with the turtle.
Oh,
Turtle
that
only rolled a 5.
initiative roll.
All right.
It's fine.
So-
I guess that works.
I mean, he's technically still coming through.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
moving towards the doorway. He hasn't quite.
He's
moved
also
there yet.
slow on land.
All
Gonna
right.
suck.
So as this happens, you see these fish people are not backing down from a fight, but you do see a lot more water in this room, Berwin. What do you want to do?
About what's the distance between the edge of the pool and the wall?
About 10 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna run down here and just engulf this guy.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Can't click on him.
4 damage just
All right.
from giving him coming into
Okay.
his own little space.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Okay.
Then I'm
Still
gonna
standing.
poke him.
Hit. That's
We'll
what-
poke him again.
He screams in agony.
I'm just gonna stand and start cooking the dish in a very threatening, menacing way.
Okay. All right. So as Berwin barbecues one of these Kuotoas, one of them's gonna go now. This one's going to. This one is going to do a thing. What's its swim speed? 30? Okay. 5, 10,
You know,
15, 20,
it's funny that we're
25,
using
30.
these
Moving up right next to
NPCs
Kaylin, you
tonight,
see it
'cause
hauling out of the water this
this is
large
a
net
thing
and attempts
coming up
to throw
Wednesday.
it on you, Kaylin. 7's gonna miss though.
Yeah, no thanks.
You calmly step aside. It doesn't even get close to landing on you. Arcanor.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of shrug and say, "Well, you asked for it," and then,
Wham!
like in a swift motion, just kind of like drop and hook the crossbow, and immediately grab the warhammer and bring it back in like a backhand motion, trying to hit him.
Okay.
You.
A 9
9.
is not gonna hit.
Ew.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I get for showing off. That's it.
All right, with a flare, you stow your crossbow very quickly and is bringing the hammer around. You see it bringing its spear up to combat it. Even though it doesn't have as much force as you, it's able to quickly bring the spear around and knock your warhammer just wide, not connecting. This one is going to swim forward,
Throw a
Right.
net on me. I
throw
dare
a
you.
net at Markinor. Ooh, a natural 20.
0.
You are now restrained under a net.
Darn.
Darn.
Okay.
Darn.
Okay, all right, that was its turn.
If
Caleb?
only something was going to save me. I shout as the net covers me.
Sarcastic piece of shit.
So the one that just threw the net at Mark, fire off class.
Eldritch Blast.
17 and 20.
Uh-huh.
14 and there's 29.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just
Good.
gonna, with that, I'm just gonna get point. No, I was talking about the guy in the back there.
Oh, I thought you said the one right next to Barkinor.
No, I'm talking to the stupid
Oh.
lower or code.
Oh.
Just kind of point down the hallway.
Oh, okay, I get it now. I was very confused. Okay, yeah. So 2 Eldritch Blasts fly out, just disintegrating this creature with the force damage. It didn't stand a chance. And again, it's all their turns now. So this one is going to swim forward, trying the net again at Kaylin. 11's going to miss.
No.
None of them want to try a net, a fire elemental? Man, imagine that treasure.
It's crazy. Oh, a 20 this time.
Okay, that one hits.
Alrighty, so now that the 2 people that don't look super scary and fiery are netted, this guy, 10, 15, 25, 30, he's going to move up here, grab his spear, and throw it at Kaylin with advantage.
Yes, please. Stack together. Please.
22.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright, so you take 6 points of damage from that. This guy's dead. He's barbecue. This guy's not, though. He is going to move forward, and you see these 2 guys just kind of looking at each other, and they start throwing spears at you, Berwin.
God damn
20.
it.
20.
20 hits.
2 points of piercing damage.
-2.
This guy, seeing Marknor, who was kind of smug at the beginning, now netted, he is going to bring his spear around two-handed towards him. 19
No.
does not hit. And this last one's going to throw another spear at Berwin.
I think what I said to him got into his head.
No, a 12 does not hit.
All right, so people to finally dodge
Thankfully.
an attack. That being said,
I'm gonna just wave to them as the turtle stomps through.
We're such assholes.
Yeah.
Lawful good does not mean lawful nice.
so this thing is going to double move to just dive over everything. 15, 20,
Shit.
yeah. So it'll use its bite attack to do that, but it's still going to get its claw attacks, and it's going to bring 1 to each of these dudes. I don't know why I've toggled roll on. 19 hits, 15 damage actually, didn't kill him. But he's going to hit the other one now. Oh god.
I think that kills him.
That thing got obliterated. There's nothing left. Just red mist is all that's left of that thing. Jesus, nat 20s. Oh, I wish I would have fought this thing. All right.
It's a reduced threat. Dragon turtle.
Mm-hmm. All its stuff is weaker. It has less HP and less AC. Everything about this thing is weaker than a real one. Just keep that in mind. All right, Berwin.
Wonka ass. I'm gonna move up and go for this little buddy.
Okay.
So he burns for like 6 damage.
Okay. Just move up next to him. No.
Yeah.
Cover him, please.
I'm gonna touch him.
Okay.
12
dead.
more damage. Is he dead yet?
He did.
No, he is. I'm gonna move up to where I was and touch the other little fish guy in front of Kaylin.
Okay.
Can your
What?
hand,
Please.
can your hands fall off?
Maybe.
Slash R1 1. That's not a 0. No. Ooh, what? 70.
Oh, so as you lunge out, this one dodges your attack so skillfully that it's able to react and stab at you with an attack of opportunity. Bringing its spear around.
Does it want to?
18. It's hitting you with a spear, so.
It's still right next, within 5 feet, though.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
Does it take the fire damage or not?
Just say with it hits it with a melee attack. That is a melee attack. So yeah, it'll take fire damage.
Okay.
But you'll take 3.
And it takes 1.
That
Fire
seems
singes
apropos.
off. Yeah. It just
Sounds
singes
about
a
right
little
for that entire encounter between the two of us.
bit. All right. Well, unfortunately, it is now his turn, and he's kind of upset with you, Berwin. So he actually, we'll leave it a chance. We'll leave it a chance. Nope, Kaylin. He's gonna attack. You're still in the net, so with advantage.
That's a 7 hit.
Yeah, nope.
Nope. Shit tier rolls. All right. Brings it around, just unable to connect with you as you kind of squirm under the net. And Markinor, you're still in a net.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the net and just kind of pull it up and over and like lay it over top of my shoulder because I'm gonna pack it into my bag in a bit. And do I need to do anything with that since I'm not struggling to get out of it? I don't have to fight him to get out, right?
You're supposed to use an action to make a strength check for yourself.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I can do that.
Just a straight strength check.
Just straight.
It's super easy, hopefully.
Apparently not.
God, the sub 10 rolls, man.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately, you struggle with the net, but it, like a net would normally do, it's difficult to get it all off of you. It just keeps tangling and stuff into your hands, and you are unable to get out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna look to the one to the southwest and say, I see my friend has made it. And that's it.
That guy's dead. Kaylin.
Dead.
Yeah, I don't even care about the net. I'm just gonna fire. I'll just blast at the one to the southwest.
All right, you'll have disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
22.
Disadvantage. I'll reroll one.
You can just roll twice.
No, I know.
again.
On the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, 22 will hit, though. But unfortunately, a crit fail. So go ahead and roll your damage on the first one. Which one were you
10.
aiming?
This one.
That one. Okay. 10. Okay. And then the D100.
Just a second.
8.
Oh.
That time. Woo.
All right. So, unfortunately, you get so wrapped up in as you cast this spell, chanting it and such, and just staring down at this guy trying to kill him. You stop paying attention to the stuff around you. All enemies will have advantage on the first attack roll against you next round, which doesn't really
Which they
matter.
have on you.
Yeah, because you're in net, so that doesn't really matter.
I don't
All
think
right.
we've had that one.
Mm-mm.
All right, this guy is going to scream first and foremost because holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. He is going to disengage and begin running. 5, 10,
That isn't going to go over well.
30. He's going to get to there. Obviously heading towards one of these streams that seem to lead away from this pool. He wants to get the hell away. All right, this guy is also going to scream and run.
Poor guy.
You see him disappearing down this this tube here. And he vanishes because he double moves.
Uh-oh.
These guys saw the turtle when they're fucking off real fast. 5, this guy also disengaging. 5, 10, 15,
Run
20,
away.
25, 30. Running this way. This guy dead? Nope. 10.
Run away.
15,
Run away!
30, 35. Oh, wait, you
No.
disengage.
They're
Shit.
gonna come back with a giant wooden fish, I guarantee it.
He's upset. His food's running away. He is going to take a bite at the one to his northeast in front of Kaylin.
Good God.
And
Poor
it's
thing.
dead. It's gone.
It's
It
dinner.
eats it.
Just gone.
Swims down here, going for the ones that are trying to run away with 2 claw attacks. This one's gone. And
Oh God.
God, it needed 3. It's dead.
It needed
It's-
3.
Within the span of a few seconds, you see that this thing is just quickly just lashing water all over the place. Has, eaten one of these guys. Like, he's gone. Like, you don't even see him anymore. He's gone. Eats one, disappears into the water, and then surfaces in another spray of water and blood. And you see 2 more of these corpses now floating there as the turtle kind of spins around in its place. You see it looking kind of over towards the very small opening, knowing it can't go through it, and spinning in circles and kind of looking, and then it kind of looks back at the rest of you.
You having fun there? Gee,
It's
Maybe on
like,
the season.
pretty impressive.
it's like this guy never should have been a party pet.
It's fine.
Part
This
of
is
it.
fine.
This is fun.
This is fine.
This is fine. Aren't you glad we decided to go through these rooms?
Long rest or party pet?
Party pet.
Party pet.
Pretty bad.
Y'all had the option. I mean, I had 2 options for you
Mhm.
whenever that came up. I was going to give it to you. Y'all
Yeah.
picked this one.
Yeah.
So,
We're not stupid.
everybody give me perception checks.
Perception.
Uh,
Okay.
Oh, you said perception.
Not persuasion.
No, I was gonna hit deception because I'm. Whatever.
So, yeah.
Finally, a good
Kaylin's
roll.
kind of just looking around, still kind of enamored by her own spell casting. But Berwin and Mark,
Hey, I'm in a net.
you clearly see in this shallow pool another black gate. You're able to see that this pool's barely 10 feet deep. It's not as deep as some of the other ones you've run into. It would be easy to get down to it and disable or use this particular black gate if necessary.
Okay. The one at the bottom here.
Yeah, right here in the middle of the pool.
Oh, you said it's not deep, right?
Yeah,
Is that
like
what you
could-
just said? Yeah. Kind of like
it's-
wade through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's deeper than that. You'll have to still swim. It's only 10 feet deep compared to the 20 to 30 feet in all the other pools.
Okay. Does it feel like I have attunement to this with any of my keys?
The key you've been using for the white gates 100% can use this black gate or break it as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna motion to Kaylin and have her come down and break this one. We have the one back behind us too that we can
Yeah,
retreat
no,
to.
I was thinking the same way.
Yeah.
So
So.
yeah, once I get out of the net,
Yeah, I'm assuming that I would have
Yeah,
taken the
you'd
net.
take some
and-
time.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, Alien would have come down and be like, "Oh, hey guys, sorry, I was caught up in the other room."
I just
Right.
burned the net off.
And now I have a net in my pack.
Okay.
'Cause
so yeah,
I
I'll
see-
swim down to the bottom and sit down there just because it's fun to sit on the bottom.
One
of the pool,
net.
10 feet under,
As you can.
because I can,
How?
and then
Wait, is there a
overload that one.
option for net?
All right.
think
So
there
as
is.
you begin doing much the same process that you've done up to this point of disarming these gates, you've noticed, like I said, as they go through, you'll see them shift and flicker, almost like the misty smoke of them will fluctuate just a bit, and then it returns back to its almost normal swirling that you see as you approach these things normally.
Why is it
However,
showing
you'll
up?
see like this kind of black lightning flashing between the points of it, obviously indicating that it's broken. As you do this one, much the same happens. You disable it, you feel that it's going through, you see the black lightning, and then everyone feels like the earth beneath you starts to shudder and rumble. The water above you, as you're swimming back up to the top, is just shaking back and forth for a few moments, and then it stops.
I think we have possibly done what we were here for.
I
Yeah.
would have to guess so.
All right. so I guess we need to.
Back to the other black gate to rest before the battle.
Look at the party pet, and then look back at Aelion and just kind of ask, what is his plans? How far is he wanting to go?
As you ask Aelion to translate that, he does so in this kind of rumbling voice as you see this creature kind of licking its lips and looking around. You see that it looks a little bit disgruntled as it starts to move back towards the upper door, talking to Aelion as it does so. And Aelion kind of shakes his head and he says, well, he's kind of done. He wants to leave. There's been no treasure.
Yeah, unfortunately, but
I'd like to shift back.
Okay. I could do that.
yeah.
Okay, I'm still just sitting at the bottom of the pool, just
Oh, it didn't record.
hanging out.
One second, I gotta find my token again.
Swimming around with the turtle.
And Aelion, you want to tell him where we're going and that there's pretty much guaranteed to be crazy amounts of treasure?
The hell did I put your token there? So yeah, as you ask Aelion to say that, you see him kind of pleading. Oh god, roll 20 just locked up. There we go. Pleading with this dragon turtle as he does so, but you're able to easily see that the dragon turtle is kind of motioning in a negative fashion, shaking its head back to side. And with a kind of defeated look, Aelion turns to you. He says he doesn't care. He has no interest in being here any longer than he has to be. He was simply helping us to pay us back, but he feels after, and kind of Aelion motions to the room, after the destruction that he has caused, that he has earned his keep and wants to leave now. I've told him that we do have a way with the Black Gates to let him escape from here.
Well, would you tell him that it was a pleasure and an honor fighting alongside him?
And Aelion does so, and you hear this kind of this whole time this thing has been talking, it's been a very deep and rumbling voice. And as Aelion says that, this voice begins to kind of chuckle and laugh, and then speaks to Aelion. And Aelion kind of tilts his head and nods, with a bit of a frank expression on his face. And he says, well, he says it wasn't much of a fight, but he did enjoy it after being stuck in that pool for so long.
I would agree with it wasn't much of a fight, but... well, I guess it was all one-sided.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what's the plan? Y'all are moving back north to the other Black Gate?
Yeah.
Alright.
My Berwyn token got left. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, you're there.
Oh, right, it's not emitting light. That's what it is.
I can't see as well anymore.
Why is
Suddenly
everything
everything's
just
dark.
gray?
Suddenly it's dark as Berwyn's fiery form vanishes. It's crazy.
It's crazy how
Funny.
this works, man.
So y'all move up here. You get to say goodbye to your dragon turtle friend as he uses the portal directly before you, and then you follow suit. You find yourself transported back to the gatehouse. Before you see this large turtle moving through. You hear kind of a tattering voice following it along in the language that, once again, you can't understand except for Aelion. Aelion's able to translate that Serana is speaking to it very flatteringly, trying to egg it on to go through the black gate and go away. Essentially, she does not want it here, where it could cause severe devastation wherever it goes. But after a few moments of talking and it moving finally over to one of the other gates in the gatehouse, it vanishes in the same kind of bright light of the teleportation circle activating. As you all sit down, just ready to rest as you do that, Serana's image appears before you once again and speaks. "Hello again," she says. "I confess that I am surprised at how well you've persevered. Your actions have significantly disrupted activity in the Doom Vault, but the task is not yet complete. Other people that we have sent into the vault have brought me information. You now have a chance to deal a heavy blow to Zaz-Tam and the leeches of Thay. The Black Gates have been disrupted, allowing entry into a chamber deep beneath the Doom Vaults. Accessible only by magic, this room is called the Phylactery Vault because it houses the phylacteries of many of Zaz-Tam's high-ranking leech servants. You must enter the vault, defeat its guardians, and disrupt the magic there. You can enter through any black gate in the temples of extraction when you are ready. I encourage you to rest beforehand, though. It could be very dangerous."
Going to look to the image of Serana and say, what other details have you of where we are headed? Do you know what we will face or what we will see as we approach?
With that, she says, "Not much, my friends, unfortunately, but I did learn a little bit of news since the last time we spoke. It's been said that someone I spoke of you before, the Demi-Lich, Kazit Ghul, slumbers in the Phylactery Vault. If this is true, if the information I've been giving is correct, it's very dangerous. A lich is one thing, but a demi-lich, one that has given up its entire life to pursue in its goal of immortality, is one of the most dangerous creatures in existence. I do not say it lightly when you may lose your lives if you go there. I'll understand if you want to back away. I can find someone else, hopefully, before things are redone and the magic is locked away again."
I don't believe we have come this far just to turn back now. If it is as dangerous as you say, yes, we are certainly going to need to stop and rest and prepare ourselves. Do you know anything more of any of the people that lie ahead? Do the Thayans continue to, or do the Thayans have guards that protect the phylactery vaults, or is it going to be somewhat a quiet journey?
With that, she shakes her head. "I am sorry, my friends. Any information regarding the Phylactery Vault is hidden away, even from the most elite of the Thayans. We have acquired information through different means, some of them quite bloody, and we are very assured that any information that could have been gotten has been. We know next to nothing about this vault, only that Zaz-Tam keeps the phylacteries of all of his lackeys, these lieutenants and generals of his, stored there. That is why we need them destroyed. If he cannot rely on all of his lich kind to support him, it will be a heavy blow to him, and eventually open the way for us to attack him directly. But beyond what may be guarding that, aside from possibly a demi-lich, we know not."
Very well. We'll take some time here. I'm assuming it's going to be safe for us to stay here for a little bit of an extended period compared to what we have been.
With that, you see the form of Serana nodding. She says, "Yes, I have assured that everything will be protected here for at least a day, if necessary. I have agents and other adventurers like yourself wreaking havoc throughout the entire Doom Vault. That display you did by disrupting the Black Gates has put the entire vault into disarray. But no one expects anyone to make it to the Temples of Extraction. Aside from your one key that you were able to find off of Taro Var, no other party that I've sent into the vault has been able to find one. They don't believe anyone can get there, so I think even when you venture back into the Temples of Extraction, you will have no issues."
It's not the time for us to rest on our laurels. We'll definitely have to approach this with significant caution. But thank you, Serana, for allowing us to stay here and prepare ourselves for the difficult journey ahead.
With that, she once again nods. She says, "Thank you, my friends. You've done more than we could have ever hoped, and I hope that we'll see each other again after this is over. Stay as long as you need, and I will make sure you get to the right place when the time comes."
And kind of bow my head a bit in gratitude and slowly turn back to the others. So, Demilich then. Not exactly what we would hope to encounter, but yeah, I guess we're gonna just take some time to rest and prepare before we head in.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have anything y'all wanted to?
Guess now would be a good time to identify that arm spells.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 second.
I'm also gonna guess it's been a day for the Rod of Resurrection by the end of this long rest.
By the end of the long rest, yes.
Okay. So as I go through resetting everything, it's at 1.
Oh, beautiful spell
Alrighty,
slots.
so
How
let's
I
go
have
through
missed
that,
you.
I guess. Maybe scroll. So as you begin to identify these items you found, you find this plate armor is actually +1 plate armor. It'll give anybody that wears it a additional +1 to their AC if they were to don it. Does not require attunement, but it is a rare magic item worth a good amount of money if nobody ends up using it.
Yeah.
As you look at the spell scrolls, you're able to identify these 7. You find 2 of them are the spell scrolls of Detect Magic. 2 more of Identify. 1 is a spell scroll of Lesser Restoration, and 1 is of Remove Curse.
Three is now 2.
Not bad stuff to have.
Yeah. Detect Magic, Identify, and Lesser Restoration. How long would it take? How long are we planning on staying here? She said a day. Can we stay longer than a long rest here?
Yeah, I mean, she basically gave you 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
she could keep things safe for that long.
yeah, so the reason I'm asking is because I want to store some spells into my ring of spell holding.
Okay.
Or the Is that what that's called? Spell storing.
And spell storing.
Yeah. I'm wanting to, because it's 5 total, right? Yeah.
Yeah. 5 level ones are up to 8 level.
So what I can do, just to give you your mechanic options here, you can take the equivalent of 2 long rests and do what you need to do to repair in between them.
Okay.
So that'll bring your negative down to 1.
Oh, nice. Okay.
For the resurrection penalty. You still have penalty.
Yeah,
Right.
still have the 1, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Mass Healing Word at level 4 into the ring. And also cast... what's the other one I want to use?
It's what, 7 slots, isn't it?
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, it's 5 slots.
So
you have mass cure wounds?
No, I only have Mass Healing Word. I'll get
I could
Mass
give
Cure
you a
Wounds and...
Well,
what
if
level
you
is
would
that?
If you would like, I could put a mass cure wounds into the ring if you would rather that.
What level is that?
It's a 5.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, that would be better, actually. Go ahead and do that, because, yeah, I have spell slots, but, yeah, I don't have
Yeah,
Mass Cure
because
Wounds yet.
it's
I get that
3,
soon.
It's 3d8.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you were doing the mass healing word because you had another level 1 that you wanted to drop in there also.
Yeah, I was just going to drop a Cure Wounds in there. That was the only thing I was going to do.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, just do Mass Cure Wounds then. So... drop that in here. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna put that in my notes here.
I think it's gonna be using my stat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep the counter spell that I have in the ring?
I would. Yeah.
Okay, so I believe it's just 3d8. I don't believe it does anything else.
Okay. Let's go here. I'm gonna edit. Yeah, it's just a 3d8.
Oh no, it should be +5.
Yours is +5?
Yeah, because it's a wisdom. Because my spell casting is wisdom,
Hey, what's up, Max?
Hello.
and
Hey,
it
Max.
does
Always
you.
a robot.
Yeah,
Oh, robot.
Oh, no, you're not.
yeah, you're
good.
better.
Cool.
Okay,
Let me
yeah,
know if it changes.
I added that, so yeah, 3d8 +5.
So the
So,
basic
whatever it
rundown
counts.
of what's happened so far or during this session, Max.
Yeah.
You made friends with the turtle. You'd ventured further into the predator pools with said turtle. Said turtle murdered everything. Made this,
Literally.
murdered
Party
quite
pet.
literally everything.
Oh, that's broken.
You found 2 more black gates in your travels. One in a room full of trolls, and then you found one at the bottom of a water pool kind of thing. Decided to leave the one at the first, and then continued on killing some more stuff, and then found the second one. Disabled the second one as the second, this last black gate was disrupted. The whole Doom Vault rather shuddered, thus indicating that that was the last gate that needed to be disrupted to allow you access to the phylactery vaults.
Cool.
You made your way back to the one previously. The turtle said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out," and left
Mhm.
because he wasn't getting paid for this shit and decided to leave. As you made your way back into the gatehouse, Serana talked to you and basically told you that you were at the end. You've disrupted the black gates and opened up a way to the phylactery vault. She urged you to rest and prepare. I am giving you all the benefits of 2 long rests to go through and prepare yourself. So if you have like spells you wanted to use on yourself to prepare or whatever, you can do so, and obviously you'll be at full health and stuff.
Now it's adding.
So they're doing like putting spells into rings of spell storing and stuff now. So whatever you think you want to use to prepare, you're free to do so.
Let's see here. Well, I don't have any of those, unfortunately.
Only found 2 so far.
Only 2.
With the most dope freaking items in the game.
They are. They're
Right.
pretty amazing.
I don't know. This Rod of Resurrection's pretty nice.
I mean, it's
Oh,
nice. But,
That's gonna gain a second charge, isn't it?
no, it's only gonna gain 1.
On a long rest, I can be up at full hand.
Okay. It's just gonna be really close to that second one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
a long rest doesn't equal 1 day, so.
Well, no, because it would have gained 1 during our first long rest. Because I used it before our last long rest.
I used it during the long rest to do the ritual and everything.
Right.
And everybody else got the benefit of long rest
Mhm.
during that. And
Oh,
the second
yeah,
time
yeah,
they had a
So,
rest, and then
For everybody
back to it,
just
you'll have it rested
tuning
since
in, we are getting
Okay.
ready or doing our
So,
long
yeah, we're
rest
still at 1.
preparations
We'll be moving
before
towards
we
the
head
second one,
into
but
the
not
phylactery vaults.
Within a few hours.
So we're just
of
kind of
second
preparing
charge,
everything,
which would be
making sure
really
everything's
handy.
good.
Not gonna lie.
Not quite there yet.
Plus,
70 HP of healing
got-
just like that without risking it. of
we got
breaking.
two long rests, which means my death penalty has dropped from a 3 to a 1. So I'm very, very happy about that because
I mean, there's not a lot I can do either.
that's been kind of ruining everything
Biggest
for
thing
me.
y'all can
Hey,
do is
hey, Leon,
your potion
how many
and-
arrows are you at?
I'm at 34 at the moment.
Would you like 30 arrows?
Sure.
I'll give you 30 arrows.
Alright.
y'all
Never
have
have enough of
inventory
those.
that y'all want to switch around, any potions or anything like that.
Are we going to be calling it here?
Yes, this
Before
will be
we
the end
head
of the session. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Not
gonna
gonna do my typical outro because Max joined up. So
yeah. I'm gonna probably check spells before we head in, just to
you'll
make
have 2
sure
weeks
that.
to do so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, prepare yourselves accordingly. This next session will be the final session of Dead and Thay. You will be finishing it. One way or another, either you all die or you succeed. Or, one thing.
I'd like to not die.
I'd very much like
No,
you to
It's
succeed.
always,
know,
it's always nice.
this would have been the perfect session to end Dead and Thay on because it would have been 30. This is
Right.
session 30 for us.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'd have to go another 2 hours.
I
probably.
know.
Nope.
I'm good.
It might not last that long. Maybe it'll be super quick, but my DM senses are telling me it's gonna take a while.
The boss will
Yeah.
just pull a turtle on us.
That turtle is a bitch compared to this boss.
Man.
Oh, thanks.
Turtle may
Drop.
give him a run for his money, but it'd be a
That
solid.
turtle would have fucked us up.
Drop all the things on him.
Did
I'm sad.
Although, what is its breath technically?
fire.
I mean, it's technically fire, but
Hmm.
yeah.
It has.
That would have been that. It's technically steam, but it does
Fire damage.
fire
It
damage,
does
which
fire damage.
which a fire elemental is technically immune to, but it's also technically steam, which is technically water.
It'd probably be like a resistance, honestly, just because. Of
Yeah.
It's
you're,
hot water. Really hot
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
you're immune
Okay.
to the heat and everything to it. But you're not immune to the water vapor being
All right.
spread across you.
Do
Yeah.
you want to do the outro and then we'll end the
Yeah.
stream?
So yeah, you all know you're preparing yourselves now. You all know that you have been told that you were. That's one thing I forgot to mention, Max. You've been told that you could possibly be facing off against. I've misplaced his name.
Kazakh Ghoul. Kazakh Ghoul.
Yeah, Kazakh Ghoul. Yeah, you'll be facing off possibly against the Demi-Lich Kazakh Ghoul, and that she warned you that a Demi-Lich is a Lich that has given up its entire being to pursue its goal of immortality, and that they are not necessarily far more dangerous than a Lich, but it is something to not
Yes,
trifle
Ren.
with, and you were essentially asking for it. She gave you the option to back out if you want to, but being the adventurers that you are, you have decided to press on and see this through to the end. So, you have some time to prepare, some time to rest, and some time to hopefully prepare your lives for what lies after this. But we'll see what happens next time.
Yeah.
That's it for the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure I need to make a note so that I can make sure I have at least one spell slot for Revivify, just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling. I got 4 spell slots. It's gonna end up being counter
Yeah.
spells.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right. I'm gonna end the stream and then I'll come back.
Okay.
All right. So that's gonna do it for our stream tonight. Let's see. Get some musics. Do that. Yeah. Do something in the background. Let's see. Who is online? I haven't even looked tonight. Oh, we are going to go visit my good friend Jake, because he is playing tonight. So we're going to go raid Jake. Go over, say hi to Jake. He is a fantastic DM. I hope to see you guys on Tuesday for Tyranny of Dragons. Until then, have a good night, and I will see you soon.